NBA postseason has actually been kind of awesome.
There's been a few decent games. Now, there's been a few games as well, not so decent. The Timberwolves shocking me.
It's just impressive that the Timberwolves are beating the crap out of them. Anthony Edwards is so sick.
Yeah.
He's so good.
If there's anything I could change about the league to make it better, probably just all the guys sitting resting. That's the only thing I probably don't like. I take pride in trying to play every game because I don't know, it might be one fan that has never seen me play and I'm trying to play. So that's the only thing I don't like, guys just sitting out.
When I heard that clip, I said it that day. I was like, Anthony Edwards is my favorite player.
Now, here are the guys.
Happy Wednesday to those who celebrate. Happy hump day to you all. Mike. Big Rich, Didi, and Fletch with you. San Diego Sports 760. So they were right there. Ninth inning. God, one-run lead. God, and then all of a sudden it all falls down for the Padres. The back end of the bullpen could not hold up. Jurickson Profar plays hero again in the 8th inning, hitting an unlikely homer. I mean, by the way,
He might be an all-star.
Jurickson Profar is playing like an all-star. He will be an all-star if he just keeps up even like somewhat of what he's been doing so far this season, cruising into the all-star break. He will be an all-star. He'll be a starter in the all-star game if he keeps going at this rate. He's hitting .338. He's tearing the cover off the baseball. He's got like a 900-plus OPS. He's just been sensational, and he's been clutch when they need a hit. Jurickson Profar is your guy.
There's been a number of times they needed a hit.
And he's come up with it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Padre positives.
Yeah, a couple of Padre. Okay,
Wow.
By the way, it's Dylan Cease day. So,
Are you dodging right now?
It's an 11-10 first pitch. Shall we go to the office?
No. We are not doing the 999 again.
There's nowhere to sit in the office.
That's a good point. We had to remove everything from, so just to pull back the curtain, we had to take everything off the floor of our office and putting on desks and sofas and shelves. And they, I guess, cleaned the carpets back there.
Yeah.
And we haven't done anything since then.
It's 100% bottles of booze, by the way, on every surface other than the floor.
We've had a lot of bar cart Fridays.
Yeah.
Okay, but when you guys were like 18 years old thinking about your future office one day, isn't that what you wanted it to look like?
Yes.
Because that's what I wanted it to look like.
Yeah, but now that you're not 18 years old and you see it, are you like, it's not as cool as I thought?
Pretty proud of it, actually.
Well, I will say this. When I walk into that office, and okay, so this is the tour. We have a video arcade NFL blitz.
Awesome.
We have a 75-inch television that we mounted to the wall that we stole.
We found it in the hallway.
We have a stolen mini fridge. We have a kegerator. We have booze everywhere.
We have a 6-pack holding Coors Light mini fridge.
We have a gun rack with a deer engraved on the front of it.
We have a stolen microwave. We have a stolen Keurig.
Dude,
we have a stolen ice machine.
The only thing we bought was whiteboards because we really needed space to get creative.
And whatever we wrote the first time on the whiteboards is what's on the whiteboards now.
Not true. Mario Lopez is on one of them now.
That's right. We did erase it last week, which we had to use alcohol.
We really, we did. We used vodka.
Clean off the whiteboard.
Turns out it works. It works for more than just cleaning whiteboards also. But getting back to the pods. So this is one of those games where you're thinking, okay, Vasquez comes in for a spot start because Musgrove's down for the count for now. He's on the 15-day IL with the little elbow inflammation. He goes 4 1/3, and I thought that was as much as you could ask for.
He was excellent. That was the best he's pitched all year. He's going up against a guy who has literally like a .7 ERA coming into that game. Imagoto, however you say his name.
Best pitcher in baseball right now.
Has been so far, yeah. And the Padres go toe-to-toe with him. I don't take much away from yesterday's game, to be completely honest. Like, I think it would have been a steal if you would have gotten that win. I think that was kind of predestined to be a Padres loss. And you guys know me. Like, if there's an opportunity to go super negative on the Padres, I'll do it because I don't have a ton of faith in this team right now. Yesterday, I took nothing away from it. Like, that probably was going to be a loss going in, and I honestly thought the Padres played a little better than I thought they would.
Well, look, you don't want to snatch a loss from the jaws of victory, though. And that's what it felt like happened yesterday. You just mentioned it. When somehow you have a late lead after weathering the storm against one of the best pitchers in baseball, if not the best pitcher in baseball right now. Win that damn game, because you're going to need that win somewhere along the way, because guess what? You're going to run into a game where they're having their best night. You're having an off night as a lineup, as a rotation, whatever. And you're going to need a win like that, where, by the way, you were winning that game. All you needed were 3 more outs.
Yeah, it was 2-1 going into the 8th inning. The Cubs actually got their sac fly in the bottom of the 8th, and then they got the walk-off home run in the bottom of the 9th.
Right.
And so the Padres did have the opportunity, and that's the back end of the bullpen, and that kind of speaks to what we were talking about yesterday with Robert Suarez going 5 innings in the previous game. Robert Suarez not available in this one. Now, I doubt you put it in the closer with a tie game going into the 9th inning. I doubt you do that ever. But it still gives you at least the thought experiment. Well, what if Robert Suarez was in the game instead?
Yeah, what if he was only used for the 9th inning? What if he only threw? I mean, he only threw at what it was at that
9.
point.
Just needs 9 pitches.
So, yeah, I mean, technically 9 pitches. That's all he needs to throw. I mean, but say he threw. I don't know what he ended up throwing.
I think it was 20-something.
20-something pitches. So say he threw half of that. He was super efficient in the 9th inning yesterday, maybe, or 2 days ago. Maybe he does pitch the next day, back-to-backs, tough request, but you get what I'm saying. Possible. I don't even look. I'm going to make the same argument I made yesterday about Suarez pitching in the 8th inning. At this point in the season, you probably don't need to, but you need to have a little gumption. You need to find a way to win that game. And there are going to be people, and there were on Twitter, on social media, who are going to blame that loss on Mike Schilt. And they're going to say, he should have put Suarez in. They're babying this guy. Like, no. Not going to happen. Should have never happened. Wasn't even a consideration. You just have to find a way to get outs when you have a late lead. And by the way, if it's a tie ball game, you got to find a way to get outs so that you give your lineup a chance in extras.
Yeah, and win these close games. We gave so many up. The Padres gave so many up last season that, again, here we talk about PTSD this season, watching them go through the thing. And I think it feels a little like PTSD because it feels a lot like the same team, same scenario happening. So when you get these close games and you lose them, you go, oh, God, not again. And we were pre-streaking. So now we're pre-streaking. Yeah, which sucks.
Yeah, we're no longer pre-streaking, which, by the way, it's one of our favorite things,
right?
Because there's so much anticipation for the streak, and we start from scratch. Look, they got the rubber match. They could still win the series.
Yeah.
They could still have a little momentum here, a little positivity leaving Chicago as they come into town to face the Dodgers coming up next.
Luis Arraez batting 1,000 yesterday.
There you go.
And he was on base when Profar hit the home run.
There you go.
This guy, man.
Man, I mean, he saw it from the field. Unbelievable.
So now you get the day off tomorrow after today's rubber match, and then you get 3 against the Dodgers, 3 against the Rockies, all at home at Petco Park. It feels like an important homestand to kind of buck the trend of not being great at home so far this year, but you have to start doing it against probably the best team in baseball once again with, I don't know if you guys have seen this, Shohei Ohtani, who is now leading Major League Baseball in every hitting category you could possibly lead Major League Baseball in.
How much did he put on that?
Probably a lot of money. $4.5 million.
It's interesting that story's just kind of vanished.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't heard a lot about any of his betting issues.
Well, here's the thing. It has been completely siloed. This is an open and shut case as far as everybody's concerned. The people who cover Shohei Ohtani, the people who cover Major League Baseball overall, the people who investigated this circumstance at the federal level, the prosecutor, I mean, everybody agrees that this guy, Ippei Mitsuhara, was alone guilty for everything that went down, whether it be placing illegal sports bets or literally thieving money from Shohei Ohtani. He's been completely exonerated. He can move on with his life and his career. And that's it. That's that. It seems, I guess, plausible that he had no idea. And I guess it falls under the category as you can fool everybody, but only for a short amount of time. And that's what Ippei Mitsuhara was able to do.
Not that we need to reopen up this thing and talk about it more, but I just the other day was thinking about this. Okay, it's fine. I can almost buy Shohei Ohtani never noticing that $4.5 million is gone, right? I can almost buy that if that's the story they want to give me. But you're telling me Shohei Ohtani doesn't have 5 or 6 people looking after his money, or some money management system, or some money manager? Like, Rich, it's not, you made a lot of money in the NFL, but it's not like you made a ton. Did you have a money manager?
Yeah, of course.
Of course you did.
Of course. I had a financial advisor. I still have Eric. We send each other Christmas cards. Like, I've known him as long as virtually anybody who I consistently speak to in my life.
And did you know anybody you were playing with who didn't have a financial advisor?
See that? Yes. Shockingly, yes. And there were people who were making a lot more money than me who were making decisions like keeping a lot of money in cash at home, or putting money in aggressively stowing money away in a bank savings account, like really having no idea and not being trusting of anybody, because look, it's hard to trust people. Even though these financial advisors are set up to honor their fiduciary responsibility to look out for their clients' best interests, not all of them do. And we hear the horror stories, and it comes from a place of ignorance. It's not because you're unintelligent. It's not because it's not even because you're not informed about finance, even because there are certain people who have a background in finance coming out of school, but they take their eye off of the ball because they're so busy with their sport. They just hand over the money to somebody who can handle their money while they're earning it. And you can get taken for a ride. So I've seen it. And yes, it is possible that Shohei Ohtani didn't have enough people keeping an eye on his fortunes. And this guy, being his interpreter and really the key to every lock that was open for him in the United States, as his personal liaison and good friend and somebody who he trusted and brought into the inner circle, I could see, like I said, it's plausible that he completely got taken for a ride.
Yeah, and at first I did not buy any of that. Now I feel like there is plausibility to it. I feel like that what we've heard for the most part is factual. However, there is something there that just doesn't quite pass the smell test, where you're going, I don't think we're being told everything here.
We're not.
Yeah, and part of the reason that I feel that way is the fact that it vanished so quickly.
And it's not just what Rich was saying about how from everyone, from the people who are covering Shohei to Major League Baseball to the financial or to the federal government, like 2 out of 3 of those people covering Shohei and Major League Baseball, they wanted this case to be open and shut. Like, they wanted it to just go away right away.
To a certain extent, but then also remember how many reporters over the course of the years have made their whole career breaking one big story and chasing one story to the ends of the earth and finding a way to stamp their name next to the slug line. And then they become famous off of it. Then everybody reads their articles. Everybody follows them.
Yeah, I still remember Tyler Dunn's name because of the expose he did on Aaron Rodgers.
Seth Wickersham.
Patriots.
Yeah, no question. I mean, there are certain names that you tie to certain moments in sports. Jeff Pearlman, when he was a writer for Sports Illustrated, John Rocker. Remember that interview? I mean, there are just certain, and so trust me when I tell you, like, you could launch your career. It feels like there was nothing there. It was difficult to believe at the time, but with all the information now. And then, by the way, with all this going on, Shohei Ohtani, now I know he doesn't have to concentrating on pitching every 6 day, but Shohei Ohtani is one of, again, the best hitters in baseball. It's unbelievable. He may hit 50 home runs this season.
It's insane.
He is sensational.
Yeah, he's leading the league right now with 11 home runs. He's hitting 365 with an OPS of well over 1,000, slugging 696. He's been awesome once again.
Gosh.
And the Dodgers have freaking 2 of them.
Yeah.
Because Mookie Betts has been ridiculous too.
Playing like an MVP.
That's cool. That's super cool.
Yeah, it's
no
awesome.
big deal. You said, who'd you say, Dunn? What'd you say? No, you said
Tyler Dunn. Was that his name?
Well, it reminded me of Kirsten Dunst. Is that right?
Yeah, Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst, who was in Bring It On. Did you guys know Bring It On was filmed out here in San Diego?
I had no idea.
Do you know Kristen Dunst is now married to the ugly guy from Breaking Bad?
Wait, what?
Oh, wait. Yeah, you showed me that last
Todd
year.
in Breaking Bad. He was also in Friday Night Lights.
He's not ugly.
Oh, he's got a face on him.
He's always like the mean, ugly guy.
He does got he kind of has the face that he like just smelled a fart.
Yeah. In Friday Night Lights,
he
was like the other guy. It was like you had all these super handsome dudes. The quarterback was handsome. The fullback, Taylor Kitsch, was handsome. And then there was this guy.
And he was a dove?
Oh, yeah, there he is.
What?
Jesse Plemons. That's his name.
He's a really good actor.
He's ugly, though.
He kind of looks like if Matt Damon got punched real hard.
Yeah. Matt Damon.
Like if Matt Damon had a kid with the guy from Goonies.
Or like Matt Damon has a severe like bee sting allergy.
Yeah,
and one got him right in the neck.
Yeah, like hit him right under the chin and one in the middle of the forehead. But I will say this, that guy with that mug, he's making some coin.
I don't know if they're married. I think they are dating though, him and Kirsten Dunst, and they might be married. I think they are, but they were.
Yeah, it's her spouse since 2022.
So they played a married couple on Fargo. I think it was season 2, which was a really great season. But I guess since then they've just.
You want to hear something crazy?
Got it on.
I heard an interview with Kirsten Dunst recently. She was in the Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire.
She did the upside down kiss.
OG Mary Jane.
Yeah.
So she was super pissed that Tobey Maguire got more money than her on that. I watched this interview where she like laid out Tobey Maguire. She was like, so I show up on set and I find out from my agent or whoever, somebody tells me that he's getting more money than I am. She was like, they literally built a film around me. The reason why I was in the starring role as a female actress, as an actress, was because I had carried a movie.
Right.
And she was like, Tobey Maguire. Who was Tobey? She was like, who was Tobey Maguire before Spider-Man?
Rules?
She was like, nobody knew Tobey Maguire. It was incredible.
Can you believe that Spider-Man got more money?
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
The
guy the movie was named after.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
Oh, they paid him more.
Well,
they did. That's the truth. Oh my God. What are you looking at right now?
I was trying the Google images search.
Yeah.
It works.
If you put any actor or actress's name and you write sexy next to it, you get all the good pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, an unfortunate, low-scoring, close game that the Padres lost. 3-2 final in Chicago. Cubs earned the walk-off victory. Jerks and Profar. I mean, I don't want to, act like it's a moral victory, but that guy remains red hot, like rocket hot. 338 average, 900 OPS, 900 plus. He's just been playing sensationally. They reset today. It's a day game. 11:20 first pitch. Dylan Cease on the mound for the Pods. They can win this series still. They just got to get the dub. Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice, and we'll get into this in a little bit, is a suspect in an alleged assault. So a man was injured at a Dallas nightclub earlier this week. Officers were dispatched on Monday morning to a nightclub after reports of an assault. Man was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, including swelling on one side of his face. Rashee Rice is a suspect in that situation. He was also arrested in Dallas in March for his involvement in a 7-car crash that left 7 people injured, or at least 7 people injured. He's facing 8 serious charges stemming from that incident per police. In the NBA last night, Dallas 95, OKC 117. They now have a 1-0 lead in that series. Cleveland loses big to Boston. Boston has a 1-0 lead in that series. NBA tonight, Knicks, who hold a 1-0 lead in the series against the Pacers, will host Indiana. And that's what's going on.
Okay. Can Jalen Brunson go 5 straight 40-point games?
Dude is unbelievable.
Like, what is happening?
And it's been, by the way, the NBA postseason so far has been blowout city. It doesn't really feel particularly competitive in the fourth quarter in most of these games. I can't stand the 7-game format. We talked about this before. It's like, it's nauseating. So last night, again, you may have close games at the half, but it always feels like one team takes their foot off the gas.
The OKC Mavs game was at least close late, and then OKC just totally pulled away within the last 8 minutes of the game and went on a huge run, and then that was it.
But those runs, it just feels like during that moment, doesn't it feel like the Mavericks make up their mind at a certain point, like, okay, we'll lose this.
That's one game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like when you have 6 more to play potentially, it's like you save yourself. There's like a complacency that sneaks in, like, this one got away from us, fellas, so better get our rest.
It should make it if you win by 20 or more game 1, you win the series.
I think it'll be actually
it's done.
Right.
You don't have to
mercy
go 7.
rule. I like
mercy rule. It's done. It's over. We're not even going 7.
Yeah. Sorry, TNT. We know you paid billions
No.
of dollars.
We'll replay this one
Yeah.
6 more times.
It would be cool if out of the East we get a Knicks Boston Eastern Conference final, a New York Boston final. I think that's fun. In terms of the West,
Is it fun in the West Coast though? I don't know if I'm into it as much. I mean, it's cool, the nostalgia of it. I get it, but over here on the West Side, I'm like, whatever.
yeah, I get.
Just show me the winner.
Yeah.
You got family out there. You got roots out there. It's meaningful.
And I live both places, so for me, maybe more. But trust me when I tell you, like in the Northeast, that series will light people up because the Boston Celtics look unbeatable.
Right.
I mean, they just look so good right now that I feel like whoever they're going to face in the next round, they're going to absolutely trash anyways. But you know what that's going to do to the fan base in New York. They're going to be pissed. They're going to be trying to show out and, back their – it's just going to be a more contentious rivalry than I think if, like, for example, it's Cleveland who are the Knicks facing? Oh, Pacers. Cavs, Pacers? That does it.
Yeah, Colin was talking about yesterday how bad ratings could end up being for this NBA Finals. Like, say if it's OKC or if it's Minnesota in the finals, even if they're taking on a Boston or a New York, like the ratings will be huge on the East Coast, and then there's going to be nothing.
Yeah.
By the way, Jerkson Profar, Rich, you were just talking about him, so I just did some math. Throughout his career, he's been about 11% of the time he gets an RBI on his hits or in his at bats, about 11% of the time.
Okay.
So far this year, 21% of the time when he has an at bat, it's an RBI.
Attaboy, we need it. We're paying him big money.
Oh yeah. That's $1 million.
Yeah, that is $1 million.
$1 million.
Yeah. So you better perform, buddy. You better show up every day.
Okay.
By the way, that was my math on a calculator. Who knows if it's right?
Yeah.
It may not be right.
That's fine. Listen, we're going to run with that as if it's a truth until somebody tells us it ain't.
That's correct.
Well, what? You just take the RBIs divided by the number of at-bats, right? And then you get a percentage?
Sure.
It's like tipping at a restaurant.
It's very similar to tipping at a restaurant.
Wait, what?
We call it the Profar rule. You sit down, you have a group of 4, you split the check.
Double the tax.
Double tax Profar rule. Anyways, coming up in just a few minutes, an early visit from our favorite, our Padres insider, beat writer covering San Diego baseball with the UT San Diego, Kevin Acey, our best friend, our insider, right here on San Diego Sports 760. Can't wait to chat with Kev.
That's right. You remember the last time he saw us and he went, golly, you guys look amazing.
He did say that.
Yeah.
And by the way, I don't need a calculator to tell everybody that TD's lost a couple LBs.
Yes, that's right. I just remember going out to dinner with Kevin. He's like, hey, is it cool if we share that seat? And I'm like, yeah, I got space now because I've lost 31 pounds in 8 weeks' time, thanks to sdfatloss.com. And he went, wait, Wayne, Chloe? And I said, yeah. And he goes, yeah. I mean, I've talked to him. And the consultation I had with him was free. And I went, yeah, it's like that for everybody, Kev. Not just you. Padres Insider is going to be joining us next. No. If you go to sdfatloss.com right now, Wayne and Chloe, they're going to set you up with this free consultation. They're going to mold a plan that's going to work best for you, and you are going to drop 20 to 30 pounds in 8 weeks' time.
And then he looks at me. He goes, hey, by the way, he was like, how would you describe the weight loss experience when you're with sdfatloss.com? He said, would you use the word like, is it like unnatural weight loss? And I was like, absolutely not, Kevin. It is weight loss the natural way.
I remember he said it, and we all collectively went,
It was funny. We all laughed.
Yes, exactly. If you want to lose weight quickly, you want to lose weight the natural way. You don't want to do one of these fad diets or put some injection, medication, whatever into your body because guess what? Not healthy for you. I guarantee you that. You want to do it the healthy way, go to sdfatloss.com. You're going to lose weight. You're going to lose weight fast. You're going to feel a whole lot better. And if you mention Big Rich TD and Fletch, you are going to save $200 right now. Don't wait. Do yourself a favor. Do your family a favor. Rich, you may need these headphones when you go over there because you broke them last time. But sdfatloss.com, that's where you want to go. sdfatloss.com. We got bonus bucks for you, $1,000. All you have to do is keep it locked in here to San Diego Sports 760 and listen for a keyword. As soon as you hear that keyword, take it over to sportssd.com. Enter it for your chance at those bonus bucks, $1,000 in your pocket. Your next chance coming up at 9 o'clock.
This update presented by Anderson Plumbing, Heating and Air. Padres lose yesterday. Cubs get a walk-off home run in the bottom of the ninth. They win 3-2. One more against the Cubs today. We get some morning baseball. First pitch, 11:10. Padres get the day off tomorrow. Then the Dodgers in San Diego for the weekend series. NBA playoffs last night. Celtics roll over Cleveland 120-95. Boston leads 1-0. Thunder pull away late. They take down the Mavericks 117-95. OKC leads at 1-0. And sticking with the NBA, Rudy Gobert gets his fourth career Defensive Player of the Year award, joining Hall of Famers Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace as the only players to ever win the award 4 times. This update presented by Anderson Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Yeah, Kevin AC, our Padres insider, beat writer for the UT, the Padres, going to be joining us here in just a little bit, just moments away, seconds away. Meanwhile, I want to remind you that Live Nation presents Concert Week coming up on the show today. Your chance to win a pair of tickets to go see Iron Maiden at the North Island Credit Union Amphitheater. That's happening October 4th. Concert Week is here. $25 tickets to over 5,000 shows. That's up to 75% off on sale. Starting today through the 14th, you got 1 week to get $25 concert and comedy tickets and fill your summer with shows. To get your tickets, go to livenation.com/concert week. He's our best friend in the whole wide world. He said, I love you first last week, which pretty much solidifies that we're not even a throuple. We're a quantuple.
It's very polyamorous.
Yeah. I mean, listen,
keep making those noises, Kevin. That's helping your case.
That was instead of spitting out Americano all over me. I can't not believe you said that.
What? No,
can you guys not just can you just let it be and see where it goes?
Oh,
we're not put a label on it already.
Look, I get it, Kev. We're just 4 guys hanging out talking about bats and balls. I get it.
God.
Yeah, I get it. Hey, Kevin, how are you, man? We've missed you.
I'm great. Yeah, super.
Yeah, super. Except the Padres lose, kind of a heartbreaker yesterday, man. They had it in their grasp, and then they just let it go away. We're not going to see too many more of these one-run game losses, are we?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and guarantee that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, like it was, and I understand. Like, I'm thinking that, like, are we at this point now, the way the bullpen's going, where you kind of said, "Oh boy, there's too much time left," as in, 2 at bats for the Cubs. Like it's when they take the lead in the 8th. There, it's kind of like, okay, here's the situation in the bullpen. You have Eniel De Los Santos and you have Eniel De Los Santos. You sort of have Wandy Peralta. And then you have Robert Suarez, who you were going to, ask to come back after pitching, the day before for getting 5 outs. So I don't know. It just felt shaky to me at the time. That doesn't mean that I was going to be correct or anything. It just, right now, though, the bullpen's kind of going through it. And you know what? Quite honestly, so's the starting pitching.
It's been tough watching the pitchers sometimes, but then you're getting Darvish back off the IL, and he's been fantastic. You look at Jurickson Profar and the job he's done so far this year, Kevin. I mean, he's leading the Padres in pretty much every statistical category. 27 RBIs already this season. He's been pretty incredible. This just came out completely out of left field for the Padres. Is this AJ Preller getting a little lucky with Jurickson Profar being this good?
Yes. I mean, like, no matter who signed Jurickson Profar, they were not going to expect this. I think that, yeah, I mean, that's a simple answer. That said, like, obviously, and a lot of times he's been made fun of it, like, AJ Preller is a big fan of Jurickson Profar. So, but I don't care. Jurickson's wife did not think that he was going to be this good this year. I don't know that Jurickson did. And I say that because, like, Jurickson has, like, it's one of the great things. If Jurickson's hitting 220, he's walking around like he's hitting 320 in terms of, like, he just believes in himself, right? He just does. That's one of the great parts about him. And yeah, this is quite the bonus.
So, Kevin, obviously the biggest trade of the MLB season so far was the Luis Arraez trade over the weekend. He lands in Arizona. He has the 4-hit debut. He makes Padres history. It's been a little quieter since. But what are your thoughts on the trade? What does this signal to the clubhouse, most importantly?
It signals that, hey, we're going to try to round out this lineup for you. And guys, time to start getting some big hits. Looking at you, Manny. Xander, looking at you, Fernando. That's what it says.
Yeah.
And, we'll see. I think that the trade, look, they have the prospect capital. They built up the farm system. They're, because of those contracts, because of how they've been built over the last 2-3 years, they need to win now. So Nathan Martorella doesn't do much for you. Jacob Marcy doesn't do much for you. Even, Dylan Head doesn't do much for you. Now, like, could those guys go on to be stars? Sure. But, like, this is kind of why you do it. You don't sit on them down there. There are going to be some deals that he has made, AJ Preller, that are going to come back to haunt him, so to speak. And especially if this configuration of the roster doesn't work out. By work out, I mean, make a couple deep runs in the playoffs.
You do not want to be called out by Kevin Acee. You don't want it. You don't want it. And that just happened.
No.
Yeah. So mark the tape because Kev, you're out in Chicago, out at Wrigley Field. There is one item that's not sold at Disneyland, and that item is gum. Okay.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. Because they don't want people to drop it and step on gum. There's gum everywhere. You're at Wrigley Field.
Is that the only item that isn't sold at Disneyland?
No. There's several items, but that is one of several items that's not sold at Disneyland. I stand corrected, Ben Fletcher. But out at Wrigley Field, we talked a lot about it yesterday, Kev. Is there gum sold out there?
Then you just, like, walk into places and, like, on your mind, I wonder if they sell condoms here. Like, is that just like you just walk into places and that's what you do? Quick
time out. When you first got to Wrigley Field, were you looking for condoms?
No, like what? I know that's what was on his mind. I do, because he walked into a place. He's like, hey, what if I need them? Am I going to be able to find them here?
Yeah.
And yeah. He's asked Cinderella, and she said no. So he knows.
No,
They're
you
not
gotta
available
go.
there.
You gotta go. There's a sundry shop in downtown Disney. You can go pick them up there,
Oh,
Kev.
point.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Safety first. Safety
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Are
And
we talking about condoms still?
yeah, we're talking about exactly. You grab your churro, then you grab some condoms. Yeah. Everybody knows that.
And ne'er shall the two meet.
See, what happens is I get sucked in, right? Like we're like on a path, and then because you guys suck me in, and then I'm the guy who asked the question.
Kevin brought up condoms, not me.
It's a good point. Honestly, it's a good point.
Yeah.
Now Ben
I was talking about gum.
Yeah, Ben did shout something in our ears that we cannot say over there.
But it wasn't condoms.
But it was not condom. Hey, Kevin, another question. Speaking of sucking,
Uh-oh.
wait, no.
Are you chili dogs?
Are you sucking on some chili dogs outside the Tasty Freeze? Are you out there? I mean, Chicago is known for their dogs. Have you had a hot dog yet?
No, absolutely not.
Wait, why? Why is it absolutely not? You won't eat a hot dog?
I don't eat hot dogs. Do you guys eat hot dogs?
Yeah, like several a week.
Last season,
you do not. That's a lie.
We tried to eat 9. Actually, we did. I successfully ate 9 in 9 innings during the 999 challenge last baseball
I think
season.
I got 8.5.
And along with the 9 dogs, there was 9 Coors Lights.
Cheers.
I'm glad that I have expressed how I feel about you because I'm not sure how much longer you're going to be around. What are you talking about? You
Okay, if Kevin does the 999 with us, are you guys back in?
I'm back in.
Yeah, I'm back in. Yeah, if Kevin will do the 999.
Yeah, so Kev, it's 9 hot dogs, 9 innings of baseball, 9 beers. Could you do it? Do you think you could do it?
No. I mean, in any way, not even like one of those things. I couldn't be part of a relay.
You couldn't do 9 innings of baseball? Kevin, that's your job, silly.
Everybody knows this in the press box. You do not bother Kevin AC during the middle innings. He needs a nap.
That's right. He's playing Tetris. Wait, how come you don't eat a hot dog? Maybe you've had the wrong hot dogs. You have like a Nathan's or a Hebrew National off the grill?
Life, I have done that, yes, but I just don't think they're worth the putting in your body. I just don't. So,
wow,
jeez,
weird. I'm being honest with you guys. I'm honest here. Weren't we talking about Wrigley Field, which is the best ballpark in baseball?
Is it because of all the gum they sell?
I'm not sure if they sell gum. There is gum. It is baseball. I mean, there's buckets of gum down on the field. Very clean and wonderful place. It is.
Does Wrigley's have anything else besides like the little flat sticks
of gum?
Yeah, like does Wrigley's own like Big League Chew or something?
Guys, Kevin, are you saying Wrigley Field is the best ballpark in all of baseball?
It is. Yes.
Wow. Over
anything
Petco?
Else that comes close? Because Petco Park gets voted in like USA Today or whatever as the best ballpark in baseball.
Supposedly it does. Yes. Yeah. Supposedly it does. I'm sure that doesn't have anything to do with any sort of lobbying or anything like that. I'm sure that that's entirely legitimate. Sure. Hey, Petco Park is awesome. Petco Park is awesome. Just because one thing is the best doesn't lend, because we're in real life and not on Twitter, doesn't mean that everything else isn't awesome. It's that Wrigley has the history. They've also done a wonderful job of modernizing it while keeping it feeling like you're in this really old ballpark, which you are. It is just, there's just an atmosphere. It is just really, if you haven't been, it's beyond belief. The green, it's just beautiful. And especially right now, it's just great weather. Now Petco Park, look, I've talked about it a lot. Don't take it for granted. It is magnificent. And the whole ballpark experience of the Gallagher Square, all the different beers, all the food at Petco, far better than most, if not all, ballparks in America. It very well might be America's number one ballpark or whatever it is that Alex Miniak says. It very well might be, but Wrigley Field is the cathedral of ballparks.
So back to gum, Wrigley responsible for Juicy Fruit, Spearmint, Double Mint, all of those offerings in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And then in the 70s saw rise to Freedent, as well as Big Red and Hubba Bubba, a 1979 offering. In the 80s, we got Extra. In the early 90s, Winter Fresh, Orbit, actually was reintroduced in 2001. It was originally released in 1899, and then they tried again in 1944, and then all of a sudden you have World War II. Look, we understand.
Yeah.
Then, of course, Eclipse in 2001, and Five Gum. Do you remember that? That was released in 2007, which, by the way, when Five Gum was released, those commercials were highly sexual.
Yes,
like you better stop by.
I've never wanted more gum.
You better stop by downtown Disney and get some condoms if you're going to be chewing Five Gum.
Absolutely. Also, Wrigley responsible for Lifesavers, Starburst, Starburst Minis, Altoids, Big League Chew, Skittles.
What?
Wow.
Anyways, yeah. Listen, so Profar, still good. We'll see you next week, Kev.
Am I still here? That's what I'm.
Wait.
Check
this out. Check this out.
That was transcendent. That was amazing.
Wait, Kevin, real quick before you go, we brought this up a couple days ago. We used it, and we thought maybe you could use it.
This is going to be good. This is gold.
Like,
Kevin,
check it out.
This is gold.
Like, check it out. Luis, he really got a rise out of you.
Better than the other one.
What? Than Farrell Merrill?
Yeah, better than that.
Wow,
Yeah.
really? We have listeners sending us AI-generated images of Farrell Merrill cats.
Yeah. Well, listen, you know what, Kevin? That's fine. If you don't want to use either of those, we'll take that elsewhere. We will.
I didn't say that. I just said,
we're not offended.
No, it's cool.
No, we're not.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
We'll start like a Padres blog or something.
Yeah. Or I may start reading the Record Gazette.
The Record Gazette.
The hell is that?
That was the stupid paper in my town growing up.
I'm going to read the Town Crier, Kev. Screw you.
Farmer's Almanac.
Hey, Kev, send us some pictures of some Chicago condoms when you get a chance.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks,
Yeah,
dude.
and wieners.
Yeah, tons of wieners.
Hot dogs, I mean.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
All right, talk to you later. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Yeah, you could always tell when Kevin AC is done with us because you can start hearing he's like busy making toast.
Yeah.
I'm clearly
leaves the phone and walks away.
Yeah, he was busy making himself a sandwich or using the restroom or shaving by the end of that. I mean, like he just, look, he loves us. That's an important thing. Coming up next, somebody needs to call their boy because things are not going well in Texas right now. We'll get back to that. But first, want to talk to you about my feet. The Good Feet store is the reason why my lower back pain has basically disappeared. I left the NFL feeling pretty bad. I had back surgery in 2014. I had completely torn my MCL in 2012. I was starting to go down a path where I was like, I don't think I'm ever really going to walk right again. Always kind of favoring one side. And then I went to the Good Feet store about 2 years ago now. And I got the free fitting, the free test walk, just like anybody who walks in the door at Good Feet store. And I was met with professionalism and a friendly sales staff and really informed people about the products that they sell to you. And what they're selling to you, frankly, it's not arch supports. It's kind of more a new lease on life. You slip these arch supports into your shoes, you wear them every single day, just like they tell you to, and you start to feel your lower body joint pain melt away. That's the only way I could describe it. It feels like it slowly drifts away from you and it becomes a memory. It's awesome. So if you have foot pain, ankle pain, knee pain, hip pain, lower back pain, if you're having trouble getting up off of the floor after getting down playing with the kids, or you drop something, you're cursing, oh, I dropped the car keys again, like with that bad hip, look, trust me, I've been there. I know exactly how you feel. The Good Feet store can save you. So check them out. They have 200 plus locations around the US and overseas. Super awesome website as well. See all the products there that they sell other than the great arch supports that they provide at goodfeet.com. You could book your appointment through the website. Again, that website, goodfeet.com. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. San Diego Sports 760. We've got Iron Maiden tickets coming up next hour. We will be giving away these Iron Maiden tickets in the 7 o'clock hour. So if you are interested in winning those, you got to be listening from 7 a.m. arguably until 7:59 Pacific Daylight Time.
Yes, that is correct. Do not go anywhere.
Dude, stay put,
stay.
for the love of God.
Yeah, you want to win them.
We want to get to this Rashee Rice story. We went along with Kevin Acee as we normally do. We will get to that on the other side as well. But holy smokes. I've never seen a story. Actually, I mean, maybe we have. There's been so many cautionary tales of immense talent, but just an uncontrollable off the field nature. This is the latest example. He's in trouble again. We'll explain if you haven't heard this story. And I've had obviously some. I've played with 2 convicted murderers. So trust me when I tell you, I know what this looks like. It's not great. Now, Rashee Rice didn't kill anybody. You know, he's not committing murder as far as we know, thankfully. But I mean, that car crash earlier in March could have killed somebody.
Yep, absolutely could have.
Yeah. So
he's an idiot. I mean, this is what this is going to boil down to. He's an idiot.
Yeah, we'll get into it for sure. But what I'm getting into, and this is on almost a nightly basis, is these NBA postseason. No better place to go than the Prize Picks app. And I don't know if you've been hearing the recorded commercials across the landscape here at San Diego Sports 760, but I feel like it's really up to me and Fletch to spread the word, right? As good, duly appointed American citizens, spokespersons for this great app, we want more prize pickers. We want you.
So today we got a day baseball game. It starts at 11:10, and I'm going baseball, and I'm going Padres, I'm going Cubs, and I'm going Cody Bellinger with a hitter fantasy score of less than 7. Fernando Tatis Jr., I'm feeling a big day coming for him. More than 8.5 on his fantasy score. Dylan Cease, I am going less than 7 strikeouts, but that's because I think he's going to keep the ball on the ground a lot, and he's going to have a really good game, but less than 7 Ks. And then Hassan Kim, more than a half total base. That's a 4-person entry. That's 10 times my payout if I win. So get on over to Prize Picks today. Download the app. It's that easy. I did that by the time Rich started talking to the time he finished talking. So it was about 25 seconds, and I put a $5 entry in. Playoff time, by the way, in basketball is so much fun playing with Prize Picks. Because even in these games that we were talking about where towards the end of the game, you don't really care about the final score. What you care about is what's going on in your Prize Picks entry, and it keeps you locked in the entire time. Download the app today. Use promo code DOGS, DOGS. Dogs, as in roadies, dogs, hangers, bangers. And you're going to get a first deposit match up to $100. So if you put in 100, your Prize Picks is going to match you 100. If you put in 50, they'll match you 50. So whatever you do, it will get doubled up to $100.
Hey, I love this app. I was just clicking around. I got Jalen Brunson more than 37.5 points against the Pacers tonight. That tips off at 5 p.m. West Coast time. It's awesome. You can build entries from 2 players all the way up to 6 players. You can win up to 100 times your money on an entry. And like Fletch just said, you have your first deposit doubled up to $100. That's exactly what I did. I put in exactly $100. I got $200 to play with. I'm still playing off of my initial promo.
So am I. And I've been doing it for 6 months.
He's been doing it for 6 months. I've been doing it for about a month now, 5 weeks, something like that.
And I've cashed out over $1,500 on the Prize Picks app. Like,
that's awesome.
If you got the skills, you can make some serious coin here.
Yeah, all you got to do is pick players from your favorite teams, more or less on their statistical categories. And when you sign up with promo code DOGS. That's DOGS. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Prize
This update is presented by Anderson Plumbing, Heating and Air. Padres lose yesterday. The Cubs get a walk-off home run. They win it 3-2 in Chicago. One more against the Cubs today. Then some morning baseball. First pitch, 11:10. Padres get the day off tomorrow. Then the Dodgers will be in town in San Diego for the weekend series. NBA playoffs last night. Celtics roll over Cleveland 120-95. Boston leads 1-0. Thunder pull away late. They take down the Mavericks 117-95. OKC leads it 1-0. And sticking in the NBA, Rudy Gobert, winning his 4th career Defensive Player of the Year, joins Ben Wallace and Dikembe Mutombo as the only players to win the award 4 times. Both those guys, by the way, in the Hall of Fame. This update was presented by Anderson Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
Happy Wednesday to those who celebrate. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch, San Diego Sports 760.
A lot to digest over here.
Oh my gosh.
Did you also forget the day?
Oh no, actually Wednesday has felt like a Wednesday. Every day this week has felt like the day it's supposed to be.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Not for me. I was getting ready this morning and I'm like, oh my God, tomorrow's Bar Card Friday. It's gonna be awesome.
That is such a bad feeling when you're like, Friday, and you're like, oh my God, it's Tuesday.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, that is correct.
No, but for whatever reason, last week I had that. Last week I had a weird thing, but same thing actually that you were just talking about. I was a day ahead the entire week, and it blew my mind when I woke up on Saturday. I was like, I wasn't ready for Saturday because I had finally caught up. Anyways, Rashee Rice probably could use less Saturdays. Like Rashee Rice, he needs to start acting like every day is like a Monday or a Tuesday. Like, be a choir boy for the rest of this offseason because he's in trouble again.
Yeah, what are the chances that he does not remain a Chief?
I mean, I'm going to say at this point, likely. So here it is. Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice is a suspect in an alleged assault that injured a man in a Dallas nightclub earlier this week. Officers were dispatched early Monday morning to a nightclub after reports of an assault. A man was taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, thank goodness, including swelling on one side of his face. Sounds like he got punched. Rice, who's 24, was arrested in Dallas in March for his involvement in a 7-car crash that left at least 7 people injured. He's facing 8 serious charges stemming from that incident, per police report. So Rashee Rice, busy offseason.
Now, the dude that got punched in the face has not pressed charges yet. Doesn't mean he won't, but maybe there was some money that exchanged hands for him not to press charges. Who knows? That's all speculation. But Rashee Rice, and I think I could actively put myself in the head of the Chiefs GM because I, too, drafted Rashee Rice in a dynasty league.
Oh, you're basically his boss.
It is so
yeah.
disappointing
when
you think you hit a home run and it turns out it was just somebody robbed you over the fence. Like Rashee Rice, I thought was going to be productive with the Chiefs for years and years and years and leading for me to have more success, leading for the Chiefs to have more success from their GM's point of view. And to have this and just stupid mistakes that are off the field stuff that really have nothing to do with anything the Chiefs are doing. God, it's ridiculous. Now, there's precedent here. The Chiefs did release Kareem Hunt right after that video came out. Now, he was kicking a woman. It was an awful video, if you remember it.
Yep.
But in this situation, like the Chiefs got burned when they dropped Kareem Hunt because he immediately went and signed with the Cleveland Browns, served an 8-game suspension, was playing right away. Chiefs didn't have a running back that year, really. So now in this situation, do you think they do something different because they've learned from that? I don't know. That all feels gross to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. I would say that we are now getting to the point where you're starting to stack too many items on this hill here, and the Kansas City Chiefs are probably going to have to make a move. I mean, just think about if you were running a company and you have an employee who's punching people in the face, it's not a good look for your company. And I look at Rashee Rice and go, what are you doing, man? I mean, you can't reel it in for, I don't know, a decade and have a fantastic career while you're put on a team with who arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, a guy that as we're roasting Tom Brady as the greatest quarterback of all time, we could be staring at the next GOAT in the NFL. We could be watching him play right now. He is on a trajectory to actually surpass what Tom Brady did. Now, does that slow down as career goes on? I don't know. I digress. But Rashee Rice, reel it in, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, you are throwing it down the drain.
I completely agree with that. If you are if you're a Fortune 500 company like the Chiefs are right now, you cannot withstand this sort of PR. if you're a lawn cutting business and you're hiring ex-convicts because you need warm bodies pushing mowers, yeah, I get it. Like, you're a startup. But like, this is not that. You're not launching Tender Lawn Care of San Diego. You're the Kansas City Chiefs. You've won 3 Super Bowls in the past 5 years. You've appeared in 4 of them. Is that accurate? This is just ridiculous. You have the opportunity of a lifetime. Like you said, you may be playing with the next greatest quarterback of all time, and you're squandering it. Look, here's the problem with all of this. He's 24. Trust me when I tell you, when I was in my 20s, I made bad decisions.
Yeah.
In my early 20s, like everybody else on this planet, you make some awful decisions. Now, I don't know if I've been in this much back-to-back legal trouble as Rashee Rice.
Travis Dale had 3 kids by 24.
Well,
Yeah.
a lot can happen in a.
Wait, those aren't bad decisions.
Well, I mean, Caleb.
They have names.
Oh, yeah.
We just
It's
had
true,
Caleb
it's
Dale
true.
on the show, and he's talking about buying a Caitlin Clark rookie card after spending $5,000 on all those baseball cards.
Dizzy.
But
And to your point, Rich, it's not like you were on the headline news every day. Like, you made bad decisions, but not like this.
well,
Okay.
look, here's the thing. But I will defend youth and the idiocy of youth, because you think you're invincible, you think you can do whatever you want. If you're given, sometimes it's like the old, the kid's book, you give a mouse a cookie. Sometimes, you give a little bit of fame, a little bit of wealth, a little bit of ego to a kid who's an alpha male, top of the line athlete like Rashee Rice. And that could be a recipe for disaster. We've seen it 1,000 times, and not just in the NFL, obviously in other sports, obviously in other industries. But it is something that, if you're the Kansas City Chiefs, there's 2 things about this story that bother me. How does this happen again? Like, you need to get somebody. I'm not saying you don't hire a professional handholder, but what was the protocol after the 7-car crash that occurred in March? Like, did they reach out to him enough? Did they check on him enough? Did they find somebody to help him there? Clearly, he's not making good decisions. And again, everybody has their own personal accountability. Everybody, he's 24 years old. He's a man. He can fight at war. He can buy alcohol. He can gamble. Like, he's a taxpayer. He's his own person. But at the same token, if you are the Kansas City Chiefs and you're going to be relying on him a great deal, well, then why are you letting this dude flap in the breeze and letting him self-destruct?
He's a person that a big investment was made by the Kansas City Chiefs into. So I think they have absolutely some responsibility here to at least take care of him in the offseason and do better as an organization to make sure this doesn't happen back-to-back weeks, it feels like.
All right. But
Now,
you're an adult.
No, I get
You're
it.
an adult.
You're right. But at a certain point, with that amount invested into that adult, they probably need to take care of him a little bit too. The Chiefs struggled at wide receiver last year. That was not a secret. That was a big issue for them throughout the first portion of the season. It got better once Rashee Rice kind of developed into a superstar athlete, which is what he is. And so you look now, do the Chiefs, if they cut him, he's going to get signed by somebody else. He's going to get signed probably pretty quickly by somebody else. And maybe he does serve a 10, 12 game suspension, but then he's playing. Like, do the Chiefs, who now have 3 years left on his rookie contract, make that rash decision now, which could end up hurting them in the long run? Because guess what? Kareem Hunt's still playing ball. Not with the Chiefs.
To me, it feels like, I mean, like you said, Rich, if you're a Fortune 500 company, which the Chiefs are right now, they are the top of the heap. I don't know how you keep him around. I mean, it's unless they're sitting here waiting to see what shakes out in this and turns out that he had no fault in it or whatever it may be. Maybe that's the case. Maybe they're waiting on that. And maybe that's what it turns out to be. And I'm just sitting here an idiot. But at the moment, looking at this at face value, it don't look good for Rashee Rice.
All right, TD, why don't you lead us off today? What's on your mind?
Yesterday, we were talking in depth about a number of items. One of those items, Miley Cyrus. You guys defended Miley Cyrus.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
Yes, we did. Ardent defense.
Right. Which, I mean, it almost sounds like right now, like I am speaking in Miley Cyrus's voice. Same voice right now.
Well, actually, she's a little froggy.
You can buy me flowers.
That song does suck.
Okay.
Yeah, every song sucks.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Party in the USA? Come on.
Dude, Party in
Awful.
the USA was a banger.
Awful.
No.
Awful.
No.
Check it out. I just want to do like the world a favor because I'm sorry, Miley Cyrus is an absolute train wreck. She can't sing. She has terrible tattoos. They just look like rub-on tattoos all over her body. So I thought I'm going to give you some Miley Cyrus alternatives who also have bad tattoos.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
But are actually talented. Halsey.
Halsey.
Okay.
Love her.
Love Halsey. She's
Name a song.
She has that one cowboy song that's actually pretty good.
Because the video?
Yeah, she has the
Wait,
song.
you both said lover. You can't name a
No,
song.
Roses with Chainsmokers.
Bad at love.
I'm bad at love.
Yeah, Halsey, Gasoline, which is going to be before she started throwing out hits.
Okay.
She had the song with G-Eazy.
East Side.
He and I.
East Side with Khalid and whatever the DJ name
Yes,
is.
that's like
Okay.
10 songs. Rich.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Do you want to see the cowboy video?
No. Sing me a little Halsey.
I'm bad at love. Ooh.
Okay.
Can't blame me for
And
trying.
she's a better singer than Miley
Oh,
Cyrus.
yeah, by light
I'd say
years.
so.
Light
Yeah?
years better.
Okay, all
light
right,
years
okay.
better.
Yeah.
Let's go with, I lost it. What did I do? Close it?
What do you got?
God.
What do you got?
Hang on.
Who's next?
Hang on. I've deleted it. Next, Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
That's not how you say his name.
Lady
Her
Gaga.
She actually does have a beautiful voice.
Lady Gaga.
Oh, Without Me. Another Halsey song.
Okay.
All right.
Lady Gaga, very, very talented. Okay.
Why are you
Not a
saying
train
her
wreck.
name like that?
Because that's how it's spelled.
Lady
It's
Gaga.
not- it's Lady Gaga. Okay. Tove Lo.
Tove Lo.
Yes. Absolute. She looks like a disaster.
Hang on.
But I'm telling you, this girl can sing
Tove.
and she has awful tattoos.
Okay.
Awful.
Tove Lo.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me see if I know any of the
Yeah.
songs. Talking Body.
Yeah,
No
that
One
one's-
Dies from
That's
Love.
a good one.
To Die
You'll get,
For.
yeah. What are you watching right now?
This is the Halsey country song music video.
Halsey country song music
It's
video.
called You Should Be Sad. Actually, a good song.
Yeah,
Hang on,
yeah.
let me
And
see.
she dances.
Okay.
Hang on.
Oh, dude, I could get into some
Well,
Halsey now.
wait till the group shot.
Okay.
Christina Perri.
Okay.
Christina Perri. Beautiful voice. Terrible tattoo selection. I mean, terrible.
Christina Perri.
Mhm. Okay. You don't know Christina Perri either?
No, I know
I've never
none
heard
of
of that
these.
one.
What?
1,000 Years Human. I know her.
Rita Ora.
Rita. Oh, I know
Okay.
her.
She was at the
Oh,
Nakedest
yeah.
after party.
Yeah, she was at the Nakedest
She was
after
at the
party.
Met Gala Nakedest after
Yeah.
party, and me like Rita Ora.
Okay, see? And then lastly, Billie Eilish.
Oh, Billie. Yeah,
Billie
of course.
Eilish.
I like Billie
Okay.
Eilish.
Terrible
Okay.
tattoos.
Awful.
Yeah.
But she. I'm alone in the mirror.
Yeah, she does.
That Rolling Stone article was incredible.
Yep.
All right.
And she wants to dive in
Just right,
head
boy.
first.
She knows what she likes.
That's right.
And she's gonna go for it.
That's right.
You know what that reminds me of is Travis's predilection for a warm tuna fish sandwich.
You know
All
what?
right.
What?
We're not doing that.
No,
We're not doing
After
that.
a hard day at work, you know, you're sweaty, and you're like, you know what would go down right now? Tuna fish.
Yeah, but not
We're not doing
not
this.
out of the fridge. Like he will just literally right out of the can, which is it's concerning. It's concerning. Let's be
But
honest.
Billie Eilish also likes it right out of the can.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's no question about it. There is no question about it. Okay.
Fletch
Guys,
is losing it over there.
yeah, he's not happy with us right now, and that's fine. I think
Yeah.
that's fine. I'm going to give a quick round of applause.
Ooh. Okay.
Joe Burrow.
Well, okay.
He's back thrown with the Cincinnati Bengals.
How about that?
Okay, so this is a big deal for multiple reasons, but I think one of the biggest reasons why is because the NFL needs healthy quarterbacks this year. Joe Burrow, you cannot get hurt again. Do you understand me, Bob? No more hurt, no more injured starting quarterbacks. That ruined the middle of the regular season last year. We were getting all gussied up for Tyson Bagent and Jarrett Stidham showdowns. Yeah, remember those days? Last NFL season had this long stretch where we were like, wait, who is quarterbacking right now? The the Cleveland Browns had 6 starting quarterbacks during the course of their season.
Well, Flacco emerged.
Joe Flacco led them to a damn wild card playoff win off of a lazy boy recliner.
Elite.
I need Joe Burrow to stay healthy. I need Justin Herbert to stay healthy. I need Patrick Mahomes in a big way to stay healthy. I need Josh
Aaron
Allen.
Rodgers?
I need Aaron Rodgers to stay healthy. I mean, got injured 4 plays into the season. So, Joe, I need Brock Purdy to stay healthy. I need Jalen Hurts to stay.
I don't care if Brock Purdy stays healthy.
I need all of them. I need all of them. I need all
Bo
of them.
Nix.
I don't want to see a single starting quarterback get injured because the NFL is so much worse. You know what it's like watching? It's like watching the UFL when quarterbacks get injured at that rate.
You don't like Jake Browning?
Dude, shut up. No, I don't like him. Actually, I'm sure he's a great guy. And to be honest with you, I loved watching a lot of guys get opportunities. And it was kind of fun. It was good moments for certain players.
And some cool storylines along the way. But
100%.
But, I mean, you're watching the B team out there.
Dude, I get it. Everybody's nauseated by how many times, if you just skim your hand across the face mask of a quarterback, it's a 15-yard penalty. I understand that is so frustrating, but we can, protect Joe Burrow.
You don't want more Josh Dobbs?
You need to bubble wrap him. Absolutely not. Pastronaut, get the hell out of here. All right, that's my Monday morning monologue.
What you got?
Well, this is going to be very inclusive morning monologue here, and I'm not going to go for too long on it because I want your guys' thoughts. Do you know who Austin Rivers is?
Oh, yeah.
Austin Rivers played at Duke University. Excellent college basketball player. Played for like 8 or 9 different teams during his
Doc Rivers kid.
Yep, during his NBA career. When Doc Rivers was the coach, he actually averaged the most playing time, but for the most part throughout his career, he averaged about 8 minutes per game. Not a great NBA player, excellent college player. That happens. We get it. Austin Rivers is now talking, and he's talking a lot. He's trying to launch a media career. I think he has a media career now. He said the words, and I will quote, "I can take 30 players right now in the NBA and throw them in the NFL. You cannot take 30 NFL players and put them in the NBA." I would like to know who the 30 NBA players he thinks could go play in the NFL, because I can come up with 0, maybe 1, and it's Zion Williamson, and he would be out real quick because that dude gets hurt all the time in the NBA.
30 NBA players that he could name that could go straight to the NFL, but no NFL players that could go straight to the NBA.
That's what he's saying.
Like I would reverse that.
This might be the dumbest take I've ever heard in my life.
Okay. We're in the middle of a radio show.
Yeah.
I need to send a quick message to Austin Rivers because this is the first I've heard of this.
JJ Watt did the same thing yesterday.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So what's the exact quote again, Ben? It's 30 NBA players.
I can take 30 players right now in the NBA and throw them in the NFL. You cannot take 30 NFL players and put them in the NBA.
I mean, do you want to do that and make it successful, or you just want to see someone die?
Okay, check this out. The best basketball player on the planet might be a backup on an NFL roster. That's the truth. That's the truth. The best athletes on the planet are on NFL rosters. So no, Austin Rivers, this is an absolute garbage take. There is no chance you can find 30 NBA basketball players who are hard enough to withstand a 17-game season in the NFL. There's no chance. There's no way. I'm done. I mean, what do we do?
It's ridiculous.
What do we do?
And off the top of my head, I can name some dudes in the NFL who could probably be successful in the NBA. One of them is like one of the most famous people in the world right now, Travis Kelce. I would imagine he could actually survive in the NBA.
Okay, so Puka Nacua.
Yes.
That guy could ball. Type in Puka Nacua basketball on your x.com search, and you will see videos of him skillfully dribbling in. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like rec league basketball, but dunking on people.
Antonio Gates played basketball in college, right?
Yeah. He was at Michigan State.
And was Zach Ertz.
Michigan State. And then he transferred to, Akron? I think that's where he came from. And then to the Chargers.
Who was the Purdue? Was it Zach Ertz who played basketball at Purdue and then didn't play football until his senior year? It might not have been Zach Ertz, but somebody played basketball at Purdue the entire time. He was a tight end. And then he got to his senior year, was averaging like 4 points a game, realized he couldn't get to the NBA. So he switched to football his senior year. And now he's been a stud. Why can't I remember who that was?
Jimmy Graham?
Jimmy Graham. Bingo.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm.
And so I'm like, the transition going one way is one thing. The transition going the other way, once you're at the NBA level, if you could just go to the NFL, I think you'd get your ass kicked immediately. You might not survive it down.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, there's no way.
Swifties, by the way, as you bring up Travis Kelce, Swifties starting to turn on Travis Kelce.
He's a drunk.
He's a drunk. He's a drunk, and he's turning Taylor Swift into a drunk. It's really what they're saying.
Is that honestly?
Yeah, that's honestly what they're
care
saying.
so little about that world now.
No.
No, I do. I
no.
care so little
No. Do you
about
think
what's
that
going on.
Storyline goes away
God,
next season.
I hope so.
Let's address that on the other side. Let's address, because listen, that was an enormous storyline, and then it really has faded this offseason.
2023 NFL season will be known as the Taylor Swift season.
I want to take a temperature check on football fans. So 70470, start your message with team. You could hit us on the talk back. You know where the button is. It's a microphone button next to the play button when you're listening live to this station on the iHeartRadio app. Do you want the same level of Taylor Swift coverage this upcoming NFL season? Because it brought a lot of female viewers to the television, a lot more wives and girlfriends and moms and aunts, and a lot more people interested in the game. So maybe it's a little bit easier in the household to watch football. I'm curious. So 70470, start your message with team, and also go ahead and check out that talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Okay, so if they're partying too hard, I got to tell you something. That's fine. But what you got to be worried about is if you're burning the candle at both ends, putting on a couple of unexpected, unwanted pounds.
Yeah. If you're going to be out drinking, which, you can do it moderately.
Sure.
But like the 80-20 rule.
Have a couple of pops, but don't then go to Taco Bell late night and crush the look. I like to live Moss as much as anybody else.
It's one of our slogans here at the station.
That's right.
San Diego Sports 760, live Moss.
You've heard it before. You've heard the promos. Look, the point is, though, if you have a couple of those LBs from a couple of late nights out, right? Or maybe it's gotten away from you. You made some promises at the beginning of the year and maybe even stuck to some of those promises. I'm going to lose this weight. Maybe you lost a couple of pounds, but you gained it all back because you look up, it's May, and you're thinking, gosh, we're getting ready for warm weather here. I'm about to take my shirt off at the beach, and I've done nothing to help myself here.
Yeah. You're a gooey mess.
You are like a melting popsicle.
Oh my goodness.
Just a look at you.
Well, not Fletch though. Looks like he's going to the Met Gala.
Yeah. He's
wow.
Every chance he get, he's popping the top. And here's the reason why: SDFatLoss.com. With Wayne and Chloe, our weight loss team over at SDFatLoss.com. This show has lost over 100 pounds. It's been an incredible journey for us. Fletch lost over 40. I lost over 35. TD lost over 30 pounds. And we're continuing to lose weight. We're also continuing to keep the weight off. That's the beautiful part about this, is you lose the weight, but then they put you on a maintenance plan to help you sustain the weight loss. That's the most important part. You want to lose weight the natural way? You want to do it without injections, without counting calories or counting your points, like, some of these other programs. You got to go with SCFatLoss.com. Wayne and Chloe will guide you through the process. And if you sign up right now, you save $200 just by mentioning the show, Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. Again, that website, SDFatLoss.com.
That's right. And you can keep up with San Diego Sports 760 anytime, anywhere, whether you're stepping out of the car or settling in at home. Just ask your Google or Alexa smart speaker to play AM 760 or stream it live through the iHeartRadio app. It's never been easier to stay connected to your favorite shows like this one right here. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. San Diego Sports 760 goes where you go. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. We're loving it.
This update presented by Anderson Plumbing, Heating, and Air. We will start off with the Padres, who lose yesterday to the Cubs on a walk-off home run. Cubs win 3-2. One more against Chicago today. Morning baseball. First pitch 11:10. Padres get the day off tomorrow. Then Dodgers are in San Diego for a weekend series. NBA playoffs last night. Celtics roll Cleveland 120-95. Boston leads 1-0. Thunder pull away late. They beat the Mavericks 117-95. OKC leads at 1-0. Sticking in the NBA, Rudy Gobert winning his 4th career Defensive Player of the Year award. He joins Hall of Famers Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace as the only players to ever win the award 4 times. This update was presented by Anderson Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
It's Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. San Diego Sports 760. You know what? One thing we are not going to forget to do.
What's that?
Give away Iron Maiden tickets.
You're damn right.
Yeah, because we don't want you to run for the hills. And 666, not the number of the beast you need. The number you need is 877-767-4760. Keep that written down.
Yeah.
Because in just a few minutes, we're going to tell you when you're going to use it.
Yeah, and you need to write that down because it's a super confusing phone number.
No, it's super easy. It was chosen because of how easy it was.
Yeah. They actually asked nobody on the air.
Well, they asked, and then they just chose one.
Yeah. That was smart.
I like the phone number.
877 SORG 760 or 877 Popism 0.
Do you actually like that phone number?
What was the old number?
844-570-1360. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was way better.
You think so?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
like, because like 570 is like everywhere. So, 888-570, like everybody knows that one. And then just 4 digits after that, which used to be the station ID.
It also just kind of made sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, and it flowed.
Well, do you get this? Because it's 760.
Yeah, I get that part.
Like you're calling 4.
Yeah, but it almost
Sending
be
to sports
easier if it
760.
was like, if it was 888-570-4760, but it's not that.
No, it's not that.
Yeah.
It absolutely is not
It's
that.
877-767-4760.
Well, listen, we've said it so many times. There's no question you've written it down by now.
We've given out also like 9 phone numbers.
Yeah. So call one of them
Yeah.
when we tell you to call for the Iron Maiden tickets.
Yeah.
So listen, temperature check on the audience here. Do you want to see as much Taylor Swift this upcoming season as you did last season? And the reason why I ask is because there always is burnout when you feel like somebody is served up. In fact, I'll give you a perfect example from the roast of Tom Brady, the greatest roast ever, right? If you haven't watched it yet, Kevin Hart is the roast master. He's sort of the ringleader, the master of ceremonies. He's the guy introing all of the roasters who are coming up to the podium. Do you want to know the number one joke that was told about Kevin Hart? There were a lot of short jokes because he's a tiny little guy. Yeah. It was also the fact that he's highly overexposed. He's in every movie. He's in every commercial. He's everywhere. You see him on social media all the time. Like, one of the things that everybody had a joke for Kevin Hart is you can turn down a script.
But do you feel like you're getting burned out on Kevin Hart because you see him so much everywhere?
Well, there was a point where there was a summer. It was like the summer of Kevin Hart. He was literally in, I think, 3 movies back to back to back that made it to theaters that summer. And then he was in every single television commercial ad. I was just like, enough already. But then it ebbs and flows, right? There are times where, a star goes away for a little while. They kind of leave the public consciousness and then they return in a big way. Taylor Swift last football season, she got a lot of publicity.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. It's now ebbed a little bit. This offseason, we're not hearing about Travis and Taylor as much. The stories, they kind of come and they go. It doesn't seem like they're getting as much love and attention. There aren't games where, they're showing the booth shot of Taylor Swift, celebrating with all of her friends. Are you going to be annoyed if they go right back to that well in 2024?
Maybe. I mean, I feel like that story has already kind of played out. I mean, the new story would be if they get married, all of a sudden it would, rekindle things, or, and I say rekindle not in the relationship, but in the story process here in the NFL. But I think the reason it was such a big story is, one, Taylor Swift, arguably one of the biggest names on the planet, and has had a lot of relationship troubles and a lot of very, very overexposed relationships. And the NFL has not had a love story that I can think of that they've been able to push. So all of a sudden you had these two worlds collide. That's what made it huge. And you had all these Swifties coming over to the NFL to watch things. And I think people got irritated with the fact that all of a sudden non-football fans who were watching the game were calling out things that they liked or didn't like about the game. And football fans went, whoa. You're not just going to walk over here and change things on us. This is how the game is. It's rough. We yell at people. We scream at coaches. That's what football is. So sorry, Swifties, if you're upset at that, but that's what you're walking into over here.
Good chance I'm the wrong person to ask for it, because I was sick of it after week 1 of it last year. So look, if it happens again this year, great. I'm glad that there's new football fans in America. I feel like it's a great sport, and the more it's a part of the public lexicon of like just conversation with anybody you talk to, the more fun it is for football. The more that wives and girlfriends are in fantasy football leagues, I think the more fun it is. Kendall's been dominating my fantasy football league for like 6 years. It's awful. I hate it. But when you look at the Taylor Swift thing, like, that job is done. I feel like the fans have already come over and they're here. I don't know that CBS and Fox and NBC and Peacock and all of them are going to do the same thing again this year, where they are shooting to the booth every single time. You're both nodding your heads like, of course it's going to happen.
Well, the reason why I know that's wrong is because the reality of the situation is, if it worked, you are going to go back to that well. And so the reason why I'm asking, do you want them to, is because I know it will. And so it's a matter of
unless they break up.
Well, unless they break up. Well, so we're getting some reaction on the text line. This just came in. The only Travis Kelce Taylor Swift storyline I would ever be interested in is if he gave her gonorrhea.
Oh,
good Lord.
I thought that was going a different direction.
So did I. I thought it was going to be an engagement ring. Instead,
I thought it was going to be sex tape.
He goes with a sexually transmitted disease. Look, I
You
don't
want to see
think
Travis Kelce in a sex tape?
No, I don't want to see that actually, but
Jason.
that might be the
just
Travis Jason.
Jason's got a great ass.
That's a lot of hair.
It was a finalist for the world's sexiest man, according to People Magazine.
Yeah, was Travis on that list?
No,
nope,
no, he wasn't. Look, here's the thing. I love inclusivity when it comes to events and especially sporting events, because I love when everybody is doing the same thing at the same time, as long as it's not violent. It's fun. It's great when you show up to work the next day and everybody saw the game. Everybody's talking about the game, whatever game it is, right? It's great when everybody is excited for March Madness. Everybody's got their brackets, or they're in their bracket league, or they're talking about their brackets. Like, that's cool. Super Bowl Monday, that's fun. You know, the holidays are like that. 4th of July, Christmas, Thanksgiving. Like, there are certain seminal events on the calendar, whether it's sports or otherwise, that brings people together. So I don't mind the Taylor Swift impact. But what I will say is, I feel like there's going to be Taylor Travis fatigue this upcoming season. And if you thought the pushback was severe this year, just you wait. When, not if, but when CBS and NBC and Fox are jamming Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce down your throat, trust me, the pushback is going to be way more vitriolic.
Well, because Fletch said those fans are already here. They're not here to stay. They're only here if Taylor Swift is here.
Yeah.
So if Taylor Swift goes away, so do those fans, and the NFL knows it.
It's not like Travis Kelce is retiring anytime soon. Just signed a new contract. Part of that contract was some incentives. Let's see. 1,045 and a half season-long receiving yards. Would you guys go more or less than?
Okay, 1,700.
No, 1,045.
1,045.
1,045. Oh, I'm taking the more.
I would go over.
Last year was the first time in like 6 years that he didn't go over 1,000 yards, and he was 16 yards under.
But here's the deal: Rashee Rice in all this trouble. I mean, and then Xavier Worthy, your first-round draft pick, you know, kind of sneaking in there with the trade with the Bills. Like, he's going to be an up-and-comer. Again, the most capable and needed target on that offense, once again, is going to be Travis Kelce.
This one seems a little easier. 8.5 season-long receiving touchdowns.
I'm going more.
Yeah, and that's what you could do with Prize Picks. Like right now, there are football lines going on Prize Picks as we speak, and you can fill out quarterbacks, passing yards, wide receivers, receiving yards, running back, rushing yards, touchdowns, season-long totals that you can do on the Prize Picks app right now while the numbers are still in your favor. So get on over to the Prize Picks app today, download it, use promo code DOGS, DOGS, and you're going to get a first deposit matched up to $100. The basketball postseason is going on right now. Basketball lines up perfectly for Prize Picks. The month of June is one of the craziest months in MMA history, and that's right around the corner. Tons of fun on Prize Picks. And then Padres baseball every single day. You can throw a little something on the game to make it a little more fun to watch.
NBA postseason has been awesome for me personally. Look, there are times, I'll be honest with you, and I feel like a lot of people on Prize Picks do this with the stars. Like, you'll see stars around some of the players, like right now I have more than 37.5 points for Jalen Brunson, right? He's one of the stars. With Prize Picks, they're going to highlight certain players, certain picks, and if you build an entry with them, you can increase your multipliers. It's so much fun. And there are times where I do this blind. Like, I won't even be aware of some of the players that I'm adding to an entry, and then they work out for me. And the winnings keep rolling in. I have been on this crazy run during the NBA.
So Rich uses dumb luck, but if you have the skills, you can turn some serious cash on Prize Picks. Get on over to the app today. Again, use promo code DOGS. You're going to get a first deposit match up to $100, and that is going to fuel your fire here for the next month of the NBA postseason, which is already in round 2. It still has a month to go. Prize Picks, promo code DOGS. Do it now. Download the app. Start playing. It takes about 2 minutes to do everything, and it's a ton of fun, man. We've had a blast doing it.
Stay connected with San Diego Sports 760. No matter where you are, whether you're stepping out of your car or settling in at home, just command your Google or Alexa smart speaker to play AM 760 or use the free iHeart app for seamless listening. It's like having your favorite station right in your pocket. Coming up, Iron Maiden tickets. Don't go anywhere.
Big Rich, TD, and Fletch on a Wednesday. Looking at the clock, you know what that clock's telling me? We're like 5 minutes away from telling you how to win those Iron Maiden tickets.
Man,
yeah,
golly.
yeah, feels good.
I gotta grow the mullet back, guys. We gotta talk Sarah into letting that be okay, because she has said absolutely not.
Sarah Dale or Sarah Beebe?
Sarah Beebe.
Sarah Beebe.
Sarah Dale's like, yeah.
You know how many times
115
Kendall's
GB?
told me to trim this thing?
What?
Like at least 5.
Really?
I haven't done it yet.
Pointing to his wiener. No, I'm kidding.
I stand with Sean Lewis.
That has not been trimmed yet.
And that's not.
Yep.
70s bush.
You guys have no idea.
You guys want to? Yeah. I'm sure since the
What?
broken leg.
What? It's like a little bird's nest.
Secret garden awaits.
Is that Bruce? You had me at hello.
She opens up the door.
I love that song. I actually like the movie, Jerry
He
Maguire.
was lying on the floor. She brought the Manscaper 2.0. He said, baby, no more. Do, 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 do. You want to hear a sad
Garden
secret
God.
The saddest story right now in sports is one that's getting very little publicity. The Oakland A's. I shouldn't even say the A's. The A's are owned by John Fisher, who is basically acting as a movie villain. He's just the worst kind of dude. He's trying to get out of Oakland after completely bafflingly screwing up an opportunity to get a stadium built there. And then, by the way, he wants to move to Vegas, and the Vegas mayor most recently came out and was like, yeah, we're all full. Turns out we don't. So we don't need you. Thanks for playing.
I like how at first it was like, yeah, we can't wait to have you until you started to look into a little deeper here and went, you know what? This is not a good idea.
It tells you
we're
everything
all
you
set.
need to know about the owner.
Yeah.
He's not pleasant to do business with. I'm sure that there were plenty of meetings between John Fisher and the mayor and the mayor's office of Las Vegas, and they were like, I don't like this guy.
Yeah, she got on a podcast and she walked back some of the remarks that she had made on that podcast, but she basically said, like, there isn't like a real need.
Meanwhile, the A's aren't bad.
No, they're not bad.
They're 4 games out of first in the AL West. It's like they went on a pretty nice stretch here over the last couple of weeks, but the A's like have the players to compete, even though the owner seems content on spending as little money as possible year after year. Like, no one's telling the A's players that they're supposed to suck.
No, listen, it has nothing really to do with John Fisher. It has nothing really to do with the players. It has everything to do with the fans. The fans are getting the shaft. Look, I say this a lot because it's true. And the more you think about it, the truer it becomes. Sports are religion to people. Religion, what is it used as? It's used as this great escape. Like it's almost like a magic trick. You feel kind of lousy, you go to church or you go to your temple, you walk out feeling a little bit better.
And it's community.
Right, exactly. You have and also there's like a message of positivity of like work hard, try hard, be a better person. Good things will come. Like sports do that for a lot of people. You follow certain athletes, you follow certain teams. There's a lot of hope and a lot of faith. Those words are used a lot in both religion and sports.
And I'm sure there's people listening right now who had really good diehard friends when the Chargers were here who they haven't talked to in 6 or 7 years.
Right. Because their appointments with those friends were tailgating or going over on Sundays for Chargers games, and maybe they lost that thread, and that's an unfortunate thing. And like when people are excommunicated from a church or leave a religion for one reason or another, a lot of people feel kind of adrift for a while. Sports are religion. That is what you are selling to a fan base. I mean, they literally call the Padres fan base the Friar Faithful.
Yeah.
Like this, it is what it is. Like, so these Oakland fans, this is a cautionary tale to a lot of fans around the country. I'll give a perfect example. You just lost your hockey team, Arizona. Blink, and you're going to lose that baseball team. A lot of people don't think it can happen, but I remember saying this. I remember saying this during that NLCS run against the Phillies. Good Lord. I mean, they could not fill their ballpark. They could not fill Chase Field. There were more Phillies fans buying tickets at Chase Field than there were Arizona Diamondback fans.
Yikes.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I'm not, and look, I hate blaming the fans because that happened a lot from the national media, blaming San Diego fans who weren't intimately involved in the whole situation that was happening here in San Diego. And I feel the same way for Oakland. And I feel the same way for Arizona fans who just lost the Coyotes. And it looks like they could potentially in the future at some point, because the ownership in Arizona, in terms of the Diamondbacks, they want a new ballpark. And who knows where that storyline's going. So it's a real threat. It happened to us. It's happening to Oakland. It happened twice to Oakland. They lost the Golden State Warriors. They went to San Francisco, and now it looks like the A's. I mean, they're one step out of town.
They lost the Raiders.
I
mean, it's just depleting.
So it's
those are good fan bases, man. I grew up around a lot of A's and a lot of Raiders fans. They are diehard. They love their team. One of my dad's best friends was an A's season ticket holder for years. I remember going to the Coliseum, which is a piece of crap stadium, but the fans made it a little bit better. And his seats were badass too. They were right behind the first base dugout. But like, that's what I'm saying. That's a diehard fan base.
You will never hear me blaming those fans though, because again, when you're sold religion, when you are sold like a faith-based organization, and you're told this is our town, defend the town.
Yeah.
Like you're with the Golden State Warriors, they literally had jersey made up the town.
Right.
It's like, and then they up and leave. It's like, well, screw you. It's kind of one of the most evil things you can do in business.
And
is
then
move
blaming the fans
and then
afterwards.
blaming the fans on the
so
way
you
out.
stop spending money. The fans respond by saying, well, I'm not putting another dime in your pocket by buying your tickets or buying these jerseys. And they stop showing up. And then you turn to the media and say, well, look at our stadium. It's empty.
Yeah.
It's bull, dude.
Yeah.
It pisses me off.
It's garbage. It's total garbage. But I mean, that's a train wreck of an ownership.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's very, very sad. Very, very sad for the people of Oakland who Mike Usher pointing out they lost the Raiders twice in Oakland.
They certainly did. They certainly did.
Yeah.
All right. So
Give
yeah.
John Fisher some testosterone.
Yeah, we better. We got to get that guy juiced back up. Yeah, I bet you he is low on T. I really do. I really do. And you know what? Honestly, I'm concerned about him because even though he's being a jerk to the city of Oakland, I'm not going to be a jerk to him because I'll turn the other cheek. I will. And I'll introduce him to Dr. Roy David, who's the medical director at the Man Zone right here in San Diego at Golden Triangle Plastic Surgery, right? The Man Zone has helped so many people already. They're looking to help so many more. They have a $50 off promotion going right now. You mentioned you heard it on this show on San Diego Sports 760, and you get $50 off your first testosterone treatment over at the Man Zone. This is serious. That's a good savings. And also, this is a good time to do it, right? We're getting ready for the summer months. You want to look better in the bathing suit. You want to feel better. That was the most important thing for me, right? I didn't have any motivation to get myself back into shape. I didn't feel good when I got to the gym. I felt tired and sluggish. I wasn't recovering well. I would wake up in the morning. I'd be pounding coffee from the time I opened my eyes. Basically, my last cup of coffee was like in the evening time. That's how low energy I felt until I got my testosterone checked over at the Man Zone. And I found out that I was on the low end of average. So you're supposed to be somewhere in between like 300 and 1,000 when you're in your late 30s. I was at like 350 or 340. I can't remember exactly where I was, but it's low. And so we got that testosterone level optimized, and I feel so much better. I wake up with more energy. I go to the gym and I feel better. I'm recovering better from workouts. But if those aren't your symptoms, maybe you're having issues in the bedroom. Maybe it's something like that. Don't be ashamed. Get help today, right? So if you're in your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, this is a no-brainer. If you haven't gotten your T levels checked yet, you need to go to Dr. Roy David over at the Man Zone. Super simple. Check them out at themanzone.com. It's just one quick blood test. They find out your testosterone levels. They find out if you're a candidate. You pick up your supplies. You're on your way to feeling better, looking better. Everything gets better when you optimize your testosterone levels. So again, it's the Man Zone, themanzone.com. And if you drop San Diego Sports 760 when you make your appointment, you'll save $50 on your first testosterone treatment. That's themanzone.com.
This update is presented by Anderson Plumbing, Heating and Air. Padres lose yesterday. Cubs get a walk-off home run. They win 3-2 in Chicago. One more against the Cubs today. Then we get some morning baseball. First pitch, 11:10. Padres have the day off tomorrow. Then the Dodgers will be in town for the weekend series. NBA playoffs last night. Celtics roll Cleveland 120-95. Boston leads 1-0. Thunder take a 1-0 series lead over the Mavericks with a 117-95 win. In the NBA also, Rudy Gobert, his 4th career Defensive Player of the Year award, joining Hall of Famers Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace as the only players to ever win it 4 times. This update was presented by Anderson Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
Happy Wednesday to those who celebrate. Happy Hump Day to you all.
Mike.
It's Big Rich, CD, and Fletch, and we are making it over the hump. If you're just joining us this morning, you heard us talking about Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Now, we promised that we would give away Iron Maiden tickets in the 7 o'clock hour, and we did not.
If we had a reminder or something, or if there was maybe a 4th person here that just kept track of that.
Between the 3 of us, we just need a prize person. We just need to have somebody who just will just lean over the console and just be like, Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Thank you, Danny.
Yesterday we were asked by management, okay, so what's the thought process of giving them away at the end of the show? And I said, it's because we forget.
Yeah, that's when you should have lied.
Why?
And come up with a really good reason.
Like what?
We...
It's all about TSL.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we want to get that time spent listening up, to increase our cum for the AQH.
We because we're idiots.
Yeah.
I love the honesty that we show up to sales meetings, and oftentimes our sales staff goes, what just happened? You'll have people actually coming back around to our show and be like, so what were you guys thinking when we were all in there? Why did Fletch take his shirt off? And we're just like, didn't you like the car wash idea? And they're like, absolutely not. In fact, it was funny, but it was a terrible idea. Who wants to come to a car wash and see 3 overweight dudes washing cars? And then 3 hands go up in studio. And then there's a lot of head shaking and hand wringing, and then they walk back out. But these are the sort of things that we bring to the table every day.
But it's not just an idea. We gave them a sampler when we had Fletch pop the top.
It's true. It's true. And by the way, after multiple visits to the Man Zone, by the way, you could get $50 off your first testosterone treatment at the Man Zone if you mention this show.
Golly.
I'm going to be ready to pop my top a lot more often this summer.
Here's the deal. There were a lot of people in that sales meeting where I did take my shirt off who don't work in San Diego usually. They're part of iHeart National.
Right.
That story still gets brought up a lot.
Yeah.
So if we're going for remembering factor.
How funny would it be if on the low, I'm getting Fletch some testosterone?
I've been asking you to do that for me.
But hang on. Imagine we get him. When I say ripped, I mean I want he has visible abs showing.
Yeah.
And then we do what they do at bodybuilding.
This OnlyFans model.
Yeah, just like her. Actually, that's exactly what I was going to say. So she's using some sort of bronzer the bodybuilders use. Yeah. Where I want only his face to be his normal skin tone and the rest of his body to just be
orange,
brown bronze.
You want me to do this?
So we can see the definition.
Look, I want to see every striation in your pecs.
Yeah. You want me to do this?
Yep. And then we're going to do a flex off between you and J-Riff. Okay. J-Riff, he's just going to do whatever he's doing. But over here, Man Zone.
You want me to just do the whole Chris Pratt, going from being the chubby guy on Parks and Rec into the smoke show superhero on Guardians of the Galaxy?
I want the sales staff next meeting for us to walk out of whatever it is, the dog and pony show they want us to do in front of them. I want to walk out of there, and then I want the women and the men to be whispering to each other about your forearm vascularity.
I don't want to do this. Sounds like a lot of work.
What do you mean you don't want to do it?
Can I just take a drug or something that makes me like that?
Well, listen, a couple of push-ups, a couple sit-ups, and a little bit of testosterone from the Man Zone.
Yeah, but
I'm getting sold on this. I think I'll do it.
You could just eat pizza while I'm over there starving myself and lifting a bunch of heavy things. I don't like lifting heavy things. It stresses me out.
But what if it's not weights? What if we get Lucy, the Christmas goat, or the big game tailgate goat come in and you just lift Lucy?
Yes.
No?
The answer is yes.
Also, should
Dude,
we
look at
call?
this. This is what you'll look
Oh
like.
my gosh!
So I went to the manzo.com. Check this out.
That's never going to be me.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Even if I get in ridiculously good shape, I'll be a lot bigger than that guy. Like, that's not my body type.
When Fletch starts working out, though, does it rain a lot in the gym? There's a lot of droplets of water falling on the guy.
I do sweat a lot.
Yeah.
I think they were hosing him down.
Yeah.
I'll tell
you
you what.
have to, though, because you got to keep that machine cool.
So you want me to get
That's what we're going to do in the sales meeting.
Like,
we're going to have your shirt off, but we're also going to be spritzing you
You
constantly.
guys watched Always Sunny in
we
Philadelphia,
need
right?
him so moist.
You know the season where Mac goes from being like obese and eating chimichangas every day to all of a sudden the very next season he's like ripped, and then he has a therapy meeting and he tells the therapist, or she asks, "Why is your mood swing so heavy?" And he said, "Well, I gained and lost 60 pounds in the last 2 months." Is that what you want me to do?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what
Right.
I'm saying, which is a long way to say we have Iron Maiden tickets
Mhm.
to
Right now.
give away.
Right now? No. Let's give those streamers a chance.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So if you're watching on YouTube or if you're listening on the free iHeartRadio app, we got you. Call in at exactly 8:11. That gives you a minute and a half to catch up on the stream. 1 minute, 30 seconds.
That's right.
And Iron Maiden tickets will be yours.
Should we call Sherry up at the front desk right now and ask her when they're going to restock the vending
We
machine?
should do that. By the way,
Yeah.
877-767-4760 is the number to call, but don't call before 8:11. We should call her. Should we get her on the horn?
Yeah, we should call it. Can we just dial 0 or something? Is that what works?
She won't
Actually,
be
you
at
know
the
what?
front desk
Can
until 9:05.
Can I ask you a
What?
question? So you got the stream up on your phone.
Yeah.
Do you want to make a 7-Eleven run?
Please.
Yeah. Can I do that?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Listen, this is our show. We can
Yeah.
do whatever we want with
Okay.
it. We've made that very clear with
Do you-
anybody who tells us what to do.
Do you want me to do a halfie first or not?
Actually, yeah, let's do a quick halfie.
Okay.
We're gonna have callers calling in soon for those concert tickets, so we'll get to those. And I'll just do a little pitter patter while I'm talking with you on the phone. This is perfect.
It's easy.
Okay.
Easy. Well, the Padres pre-streak has come to an end. Now they're back in pre-streak mode. They lost to the Cubbies yesterday, 3-2.
Damn.
Padres had a 2-1 lead heading into the ninth, but new Cubs first baseman Michael Busch got a walk-off home run. Give the Cubs the win. They play again today, 11-10 first pitch.
That's right.
Yeah.
We see your text messages, by the way.
Well,
We pronounce our P's.
we pop those peas. ESPN screwed up last night's NHL playoff game between the Rangers and the Hurricanes. The game was tied up 3-3. The New York Rangers held a power play advantage over the Hurricanes with just about a minute to go in regulation at Madison Square Garden. And then ESPN went, we still got to get some spots in.
Yeah.
They cut to commercials. People lost their minds with a minute left. So it's fine. They made it back before the end of the game. In the NBA, Boston, Ben Affleck, the Cavs won 20-95. And the Thunder.
I don't get it.
He's from Boston.
That's
You know.
lazy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I came up with while driving in quickly this morning. And the Thunder, street named for heroin, the Mavs, won 17-95. I learned yesterday the street name for heroin is Thunder.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty-
actually, yeah. What? I saw that in a movie.
You did?
Yeah. Somebody said, you rolling that thunder?
Wow, I learned that yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like I think it's more of like a 70s slang. Oh, yeah. Okay, so TD, he's going to launch the link
Mhm.
on his phone.
Mhm.
He's going to do a quick run for us because there's no energy drinks in our vending machine. So he's going to 7-Eleven right now. And in the meantime, we have our Iron Maiden winner, Tony, joining us on the phone line
Yeah,
right
Tony,
now.
are you cool taking TD's place and being the third host of this show?
Possibly. I'm not sure.
Good, Tony. You sound like you're ready for the big time. Hey, Tone, are you a Padres fan at all?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So how did you feel? Did you watch the game last night?
No, I did not.
Yeah. Listen, you didn't miss much. Well, actually, you missed an exciting late inning pop from Profar, who's been awesome. And then the Cubs tied it in the 8th. They won it in the 9th in walk-off fashion.
Oh, yeah. I saw the highlights. Yeah, that's right.
Hey, just feeling on the team overall so far this season. Are you optimistic after the Luis Arraez trade, or are you feeling like, man, this is just the same old Pods? It's a march toward the inevitable.
No, I believe I'm staying hopeful, and that addition is definitely going to help. I'm excited.
Hey, Tony, who you bringing to the show? Who you bringing to see Iron Maiden with?
Probably one of my friends that has a nice big mullet.
Yes. Enjoy the tickets. Thanks for listening, buddy.
Thank you.
There he goes, Tony. Tony was not ready for that. Tony was not ready for that, or he was trying to juggle another conversation. It sounds like Tony might be in sales, and he was on the other line with somebody who was selling something too. So he was hitting mute, and then he was jumping on the phone with us. And now we go live to our roving reporter, Travis Dale, who's currently in the front seat of his GMC Sierra. He's getting us some energy drinks. Travis, can you hear us?
I got you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
We got you, buddy. Okay, so I'm gonna put in my request now.
Okay.
I wanna bang. I wanna bang energy drink.
I feel you. I saw this Tony. Oh.
Yeah, Tony. I mean, he was all pumped up. You could tell. He has he's got the same problem at his workspace. They don't have enough energy drinks in their vending machine either.
Yeah, so they got to send their employees out to get them, which, it's fine. I'll do it. I thought he was going to say he was going to bring somebody with a big ass to the concert. He did not.
Oh, that's what we're doing. We're bringing Rich.
Yeah. It's carrying.
Do we need any food from 7-Eleven or just drinks?
Listen, if you're going to be there anyways, I think you should take a quick look at the rollers, see what they got on there. If there's any new flavor of go-go taquito, or maybe if they got like a sausage cheese thing going on. I don't know.
Okay. It's really busy here. Like, this place popping off.
Yeah, 7-Eleven over on, what is that? Is that Arrow Drive?
Yeah.
That one is always busy. That's a busy location.
Just get enough food for two. Don't tempt me.
I should have brought Iron Maiden tickets and then had somebody meet me here to win them.
Can you imagine if that's how we had to do prize drop-offs? We're like, okay, meet Travis at 7-Eleven in 15. All right, catch you later, Tony.
Okay, hang on. Hey, everyone. Welcome to 7-Eleven. You're live on the radio. There. Disclosure. Met. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
You did it. You're doing it.
This is the jam. This probably is a royalty free. Okay, I'm getting 2 whites.
Hang on. Turn it around. I want to see what flavor bangs. Turn around the camera.
Hang on. I don't know how to do that.
Or you could yeah. Okay, now show me that low row. I can't read a single one of those.
Yeah. We got sour heads. We got blueberry. We got purple haze. And we got black cherry vanilla. I'm going to take this peach mango and just throw it right in the trash over here.
All right, I'll tell you what, that black cherry vanilla has my name written all over it.
Okay. All right. There's three for $6, so I got to get 3 of them.
No, good idea. So just get a mix, maybe a little purple haze.
And just grab like 10 monsters so we can put them in the vending machine so we don't have this problem tomorrow.
That's a good point.
Oh,
maybe
we'll make our money back.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm going to have to run to the counter. I'm holding too many items.
Okay. So the Padres, for anybody who's tuning in to hear about the Padres and what they did last night.
Yeah, currently Travis Dale is not here.
No, he's at 7-Eleven. He's getting us energy drinks, which is an important part of this show. We find that the boys get a little cranky at the 8 o'clock hour.
I've been there all day. Just been mad.
Yeah, Fletch. And I will say this, I'm not as upset about the Padres' loss in a close game as I used to be, because at least there was some clutch hitting. Now, the bullpen melting down, I shouldn't even call it a meltdown. The bullpen letting up in the late innings, the 8th and the 9th inning, that stunk. As TD, hey, what are you shopping over there?
Nothing. I was getting stuff for Kevin Acey.
Just had a close up of some Trojan sensitive.
I don't know what I got going on here.
I'll tell you what, they're written for Kevin Acey's pleasure.
Get the fire and ice ones.
Yeah. We're
Fire and ice?
And it's warming and cooling at the same time.
Dual action.
Oh, good. Control tip.
Okay, hang on. Oh, God, I don't have enough hands for these.
Yeah, he's tucking. He's got a bang energy under his chin.
I knocked over the register closed sign twice.
Oh God.
So Padres with a close loss yesterday.
Yeah. 3-2 loss to the Cubbies.
Today they have an opportunity to take the series, which is Padres positive. And as we've kind of come to the realization over the last few days, this is a 500 baseball team. This is what they look like. They don't have a ton of bullpen depth. That's what it looks like yesterday when you get in a close game and the bullpen can't hold the lead.
Wait, so Fletch, do you have the Kevin Acey sound?
I do.
Okay, from when he said who this comes down to now, because I thought it was very interesting. We asked about Luis Arraez, his arrival in a San Diego Padres uniform. He joined the team during the Arizona Diamondback series. He had a historic night, making his Padres debut with 4 hits. And then more importantly, though, what does this signal to the Padres clubhouse? Here's what Kevin Acey had to say.
It signals that, hey, we're going to try to round out this lineup for you. And guys, time to start getting some big hits. Looking at you, Manny. Xander, looking at you, Fernando. That's what it says.
Yeah.
And, we'll see. I think that the trade, look, they have the prospect capital. They built up the farm system. They're, because of those contracts, because of how they've been built over the last 2-3 years, they need to win now. So Nathan Martorella doesn't do much for you. Jacob Marcy doesn't do much for you. Even, Dylan Head doesn't do much for you. Now, could those guys go on to be stars? Sure. But, this is kind of why you do it. You don't sit on them down there. There are going to be some deals that he has made, AJ Preller, that are going to come back to haunt him, so to speak. And especially if this configuration of the roster doesn't work out. By work out, I mean, make a couple deep runs in the playoffs.
So for all you out there that say your Kevin Acey interviews are crap because you don't actually talk baseball talk right there. And that's big, man. When you look at what the Padres mindset is, and I think that's kind of what Kevin is conveying to us, this trade was sort of to light a fire under the asses of Manny Machado, Xander Bogaerts, Fernando Tatis Jr., who none of whom have had a good year offensively so far.
No, they really haven't. And your clutchest hitter has been Jurickson Profar, who is a late add and just a warm body, it felt like.
And you're paying 1/14 of the amount you're paying for Manny Machado.
Yeah, you just needed somebody to be a corner outfielder who you could trust. That's basically what that signing was, and it has obviously paid off huge dividends for the Padres. But yeah, you cannot rely on Jackson Merrill to be the savior of this team. You cannot rely on Jurickson Profar to be the savior of this team. You are paying, and this is no BS, $1 billion to your infield. Well, I should say to your 3 biggest hitters.
I mean, between Jake Cronenworth, Fernando Tatis Jr., Manny Machado, and Xander Bogaerts, and Hassan Kim, you're pretty close to $1 billion.
You're paying $1 billion in this lineup for hits. I mean, and that was the truth with Hassan Kim too. Yes, he's a great defender, but in the KBO, he was a home run hitter. He was a power hitter in the KBO. Part of the reason why the Padres were interested in him at all was because he had a nice bat, right? Cronenworth, you give him $100 million. That means you got to hit homers, Cronenworth. He's coming off a down season. Manny Machado, Xander Bogaerts, Fernando Tatis Jr., those 3 guys alone are getting paid $750 million. So you need to start producing. You need to be the clutch players. You need to be the 8th inning homer guy. One of you 3, somebody step up. And Xander, for the love of God, I hope everything's okay. That's the truth. Whatever's going on with Xander Bogaerts, because the Padres are tied to him for so long, I am praying that he figures it out, because that's a lot of money to be locked up for a very long time if this is going to be the result.
And right now it looks like an Albert Pujols contract. That's what it's been for a couple of years. So, and that's not any position the Padres can afford to be in, especially if he's going to be here till he's 40-something. But you look at, and by the way, Jake Cronenworth, $80 million. So it's still a lot of money, but not quite 100. 20 mil, give or take. But when you look at the 3 who are supposed to be doing the main work, they're just not doing it so far through this season.
No.
And does that change before the trade deadline? You certainly hope so, because at the trade deadline, Padres might have some more decisions to make based on this starting rotation and how it is going in the future, because right now they need another pitcher.
Okay, more from Kevin Acee on the other side. If you missed the earlier conversation we had with him in the 6 o'clock hour, we'll get to that coming up next. Before we run, want to talk to everybody about my dentist, Dr. Jordan Colby. Just signed the whole family up for semi-annual teeth cleaning. So if it's that time of the year for you and your family as well, you should try out a new dentist. And here's the reason why. A lot of times people choose their dentist based off of geography. You get on Google Maps, you find one close to your house, and maybe if you don't love that first one, you find another one close to your house. This is the wrong way to pick doctors. This is the wrong way to pick dentists. Because if there ever comes a time where you absolutely need something, there's an emergency, a toothache, if you have something serious going on, and you need to see somebody, you want to go with a trusted professional. You want to go with somebody who is not only a trusted professional, but somebody who's actually teaching other doctors. That's what you get with Dr. Jordan Colby. I was on his Instagram recently, and he was holding like weekend seminars over the course of 2 weeks, bringing in young dentists and showing them the ropes. That's how influential he is in this field. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, well, I don't need a great dentist. Well, maybe there's somebody in your life who does, right? Maybe there's somebody who's going to have a tooth pulled, or, maybe they're in line to have, some sort of implant done. And they've been putting it off because you know how that is. Like you kind of work around it for a little while and you're nervous about getting that sort of work done and you don't know when you're going to squeeze it into your schedule. Well, Dr. Jordan Colby has a seamless approach. You go into his office, you don't leave his office. It is in many times done in the same day. Yeah, that's how it was with me. I needed a tooth extractor. I need 3 implants put in. I was told by my last dentist that they were going to need all these times, that I was going to have to stage these appointments. You can't have the tooth extraction and the implants done at the same time. It's all nonsense. The technology has changed, and he has all the latest state-of-the-art technology in his office. So I had a tooth extraction and 3 implants put in the same day, and I was back to work the very next day. It was an awesome procedure. I felt great, barely felt any pain, and that's the big stuff. Now I'm on to the little stuff. Just getting my teeth cleaned by his great hygienist staff. The family-friendly atmosphere inside that office. I can't speak highly enough about it. It's Dr. Jordan Colby at Ocean View Dental. It's oceanviewdental.net.
Hey, it's Fletch for SDFatLoss.com. Get on over there today if you're looking to make a big change in your life coming up over the next couple months, because that's really all it takes is a couple months, and you are going to drop a tremendous amount of weight. Get on over to SDFatLoss.com. Tell them Big Rich, TD, and Fletch sent you. You're going to get $200 off your order when you talk to Wayne and Chloe. They've been our weight loss team. They can be your weight loss team as well if you go over to SDFatLoss.com. And honestly, it's incredible how quickly the change can happen in your life, because I don't think any of the three of us believed it when we were told 20 to 30% of your, or 20 to 30 pounds could come off within the first 2 months. All of us went over 20 to 30 pounds. It was all over 35 pounds a piece. I'm back on the reduction phase now. After doing my initial round, my goal was 240. I hit that with ease. New goal, 220. I'm getting down there in the next couple of months. And I can't wait to see what I look like, literally how I looked in college once again. And that's going to be me out by the pool this summer. It can be you as well. If you've seen old pictures of yourself and you're like, how do I get back to that? The answer is pretty simple. It's SDFatLoss.com. And when you tell them that Big Rich, TD, and Fletch sent you, you're going to get $200 off the program.
Do it.
Get over to SDFatLoss.com today. This update is presented by Toyota Carlsbad, relaxed and friendly since 1972. Starting off with the Padres, they lose yesterday as the Cubs hit a walk-off home run in the ninth. The Cubs win 3-2. One more against the Cubbies today. Morning baseball, first pitch, 11:10. Padres get the day off tomorrow. Then the Dodgers will be in San Diego for the weekend series. NBA playoffs last night. Celtics roll over Cleveland 120-95. Boston leads that series 1-0. Thunder pull away late. They beat the Mavericks 117-95. OKC leading that one 1-0 as well. Spring in now to Toyota Carlsbad and save on over 850 new and used Toyotas, with new Toyotas arriving daily. Shop and save on Toyota Carlsbad's great inventory at toyotacarlsbad.com. Toyota Carlsbad, the most relaxed and friendly place for over 50 years.
He's back.
I'm back. Oh, is it my turn?
He's back.
Big Rich, TD, and Fletch, San Diego Sports 760, and I would love to promote the talkback feature. Yeah, God, that was a
Crisp.
Crisp crackety of the White Monster.
All is right in the world.
Man, oh man, White Monster, if you're listening, we need you.
There's no question.
Yeah.
Either them or Bang Energy. If somebody wants to jump on board, we've been partaking a lot recently.
Yeah, we've got a lot going on.
Busy boys. We've been doing 7 hours of radio. We go over to KGB in the afternoons.
Yeah, we do.
We'll hop on from 3 to 7 p.m.
You know, one of those things.
Yeah.
Just total San Diego dominance of radio.
No big
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the sales staff has started to buy into the thought that I need a Coors Light sponsorship. Also.
Oh, good.
So
good.
yesterday, much like today, I was wearing a Coors Light polo, and Kathy,
Is it the same polo?
No.
Okay.
I have 4 of them.
I have several.
Yeah.
And so Kathy, saleswoman yesterday, I was walking down the hall or scooting down the hall, and she said, "I need a picture of you. You're wearing another Coors Light polo."
Wow.
Jesus.
It's going to happen, guys.
I love it.
I mean, I hope so. I hope it does. It's Wednesday, right? Yeah. Did we do red pill, blue pill today?
Oh, no, we should do that. Actually, do we want to hear more from Kevin Acey, or do we want to do red pill, blue pill coming up?
That was all I had.
All right, let's do red pill, blue pill.
We already played Kevin Acey's sound.
That's fine.
Okay. All
That's
right.
fine.
You want to play it again? We
It has
can.
been chosen.
Yeah, let's play it again. It was a good soundbite.
All right, yeah, we'll play that, and then we'll play a little red pill, blue pill.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, the Padres, if they don't start, and I mean the money in this lineup, start producing in a big way, this season will exactly resemble what happened last season. I mean, it doesn't matter. You can trade for whoever you want. In fact, the worst part about it is with Luis Arraez here in San Diego, it means that more of your future has been sold off for the present. But you need Manny, you need Fernando Tatis Jr., and you absolutely need Xander Bogaerts, which it accounts for, again, I said this minutes ago, but almost $750 million in terms of money that's going to leave the Padres organization over the next 10 to 15 years. You absolutely need those bats to bail you out this season because the window's open right now. The reason why you give a 10-year, a 12-year, a 13, 14-year contract to anybody is because you're expecting during the 5-year window up front, you're going to win a World Series. That's the only reason why you do it.
So before we red pill, blue pill it, and that is all valid, Rich. And those guys have not performed yet this year. There's a new viewer on YouTube called Dancing Drywaller.
Yeah.
And he's left a couple comments here. The first one says, man, this is what you guys look like? Followed by 3 crying laughing emojis. How are we supposed to take that?
I mean, I feel good about it.
Yes, we are that hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, you're welcome, Dancing Drywaller. You see what you like? You see what you like? Or do you like what you see? Let's do it, Fletch.
Well, oh my goodness. Oh, wow. The tops are popped here in studio.
This feels right. This feels
Lord.
right. Good Lord is right.
Dancing Drywaller, does he dance while doing drywall?
God
I would pay extra for that.
Feels so free.
Is Fletch puffing his chest right now?
I think he is.
Oh my goodness. It's really happening. Yeah. You're like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Thank you. Yeah. It's all that testosterone. You guys want to do it? A little red pill, blue pill?
Is this red pill, blue pill music?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, it works.
We're probably only going to be able to get to 2 of these, but red pill, blue pill, it's a Wednesday staple. We've never forgotten to do it. Not one single Wednesday, including this Wednesday.
That's right.
You have to pick one of these. You got to stick with it for your rest of your life. Let's start off here. Red pill, Profar. Blue pill, Arraez. Which Padre player are you sticking with?
You only have a small sample of Arraez.
Well, you do. You know what he did with the Marlins?
As a Padre.
Yeah.
When you look at these 2 guys, vibes, both of them.
Okay.
Like they dance a lot, much like the Drywaller.
Yeah.
They both bring a smile to the face of everybody as soon as they start talking to him. Fernando Tatis Jr. is like best friend is Jurickson Profar.
Yeah.
By the way, Dancing Drywaller, if you have your own business, throw it up there. We'll give you a shout out.
Yeah, it sounds good.
I'm taking Arraez.
You're taking Arraez
Because career numbers. Career 325.
I agree with him.
Yeah.
I'm going blue pill, Arraez. Again, Jurickson Profar, really awesome start to the season. Never seen a guy, and that's kind of what Profar's been throughout his career, have this sort of start to a season. But yeah,
here's the thing, though. Profar was brought back as a glue guy. Arraez. It's a lot of flexing. Wow, golly.
We're really
a lot of skin.
My lower back is sweating.
Why is your
I don't know
lower back
why. I don't
sweating?
know.
Are you nervous?
Maybe.
I'll tell you what, one of my favorite things about Bang Energy is they had a little creatine in here.
Wait.
I can feel it filtering through my body.
Bang Energy says it's 18 plus. Adults only.
Yeah.
Why does it have that?
I think it's because it makes you want to take your clothes off. Let's see.
Mission accomplished.
One serving of Bang provides 300 milligrams of caffeine.
Huh.
Not
Is that a lot?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Oh, yeah. I guess so. Maybe that's the reason why I put
Wait,
the
how
18
much
plus
caffeine
on.
in a cup of coffee?
Probably like a half. I would guess it's like 2 cups.
How much are one of these things? The monsters.
200?
I don't know.
I guess.
There's 95 milligrams in a cup of coffee. It's like 3 cups of coffee. Bang! Bang!
Yeah.
Dancing Drywaller says broadhead drywall.
Okay.
Broadhead drywall. Wait, broadhead drywall. Are you an archery guy? That's my next question for
Okay.
Dancing Drywall.
And he also said, thanks, guys. All right. Next, red pill, blue pill. All right. Red pill. And again, you got to stick with this. This is your only answer for the rest of your life. An NBA team, but you can only use NFL players. Blue pill, an NFL team, but you can only use NBA players.
Is this for like funsies, or is this actually to make money?
You're trying to go win a championship.
So this is based off of Austin Rivers making the claim that there's 30 players in the NBA right now he could pick up and put in the NFL and they would have success, which I think is total crap.
Yeah,
I would rather take NFL players and put them in the NBA any day of the week if I'm trying to have like a good team.
Yeah, I feel that as well. Like maybe you could at least practice shooting.
Yeah.
You know, you can't practice being big.
Yeah, and also that's the thing. Like, you're telling me a bunch of guys who complain about playing back-to-back games and they need to manage their load are going to be able to handle the rigors of the NFL.
Don't say that with your shirt off.
What? I mean, it is rigorous. The NFL is tough. There's no chance. So I think we're in consensus once again. Yeah, there's no question a NBA team built up of NFL players. And that's red pill, blue pill.
There it is.
Do it every Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes. Is Gina Davis doing another League of Their Own video commercial?
Oh, no, this is a commercial. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Gina Davis.
Oh, wait. Who's that? Gina? That's
Jennifer Garner.
That's Jennifer Garner. She just looks like Gina
This
Davis.
has to be Capital One.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, she's a stone cold fox.
Also,
Yeah, I'm in.
don't need to read everything you see.
I will
What are you talking about? I saw Jennifer Garner, Gina Davis.
I like her in a manager's outfit
Yeah,
also.
right. Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. All right, I'm in.
New fetish unlocked. Great. At 8:40 on May 8th, 2024. You know who's been looking really good lately? Mike Schilt. Oh,
wow. Oh, we're going to get into that.
Are you shilting me? Oh.
Lap. What? After you tell us about testosterone.
Shirtless lap? That would be the first one ever.
Yeah, that would be. Wait, it's testosterone right now?
That makes sense.
Golden Triangle.
Oh, you didn't put it on
I
the
don't see
rundown.
it on there.
Sorry. Yeah.
You're a
Oh, no.
liar.
You are a liar.
You put
Oh,
that.
sorry.
It's at 7:45.
There's two of them.
But check this out.
Oh,
It's on the rundown now.
Yeah, I pop the top. No big deal. And you want to know why?
you're a
Because
man?
Because I'm a man. Because I go to the man zone. Woo! Yeah. And you should too. Actually, right now, go to themanzone.com. Actually, do this with me. If you're driving, pull over. If you're at your computer desk right now listening on the free iHeartRadio app, go ahead and type The Man Zone into your search browser or themanzone.com into wherever you put your URL. Might be the same spot. Look, the point is you go to themanzone.com, get their number, or set up your appointment through the website, and you're going to be on your way to getting your T levels checked. Why do you want to get your testosterone levels checked? It's simple. You may feeling a little bit like you're in a funk, or a little bit lethargic, or you're not recovering well from your workouts anymore, or you got some body aches, some joint aches, and some joint pains. There's been studies linked to lower testosterone leading to more inflammation. And so you're going to feel worse in your joints. It's all related. I'm telling you, so many things have gotten fixed once I got my testosterone levels corrected. So I didn't even realize I was low. I went into the Man Zone. Dr. Roy David, I was a double board certified plastic surgeon. Also, he does, hair restoration. He does Botox. There's tons of other services they offer. But over at the Man Zone with the testosterone replacement therapy, he looked at me as like, former NFL guy, there's no chance at 37 you are a candidate for low testosterone. I was like, let's just test. I'm curious. And so I'm like, I never had my testosterone levels checked in my life. I was on the low end of the average range. So you're from 300 to 1,000, right? And I was in like the 340 range. I wanted to boost those numbers up, and I started TRT literally that week. And it's been wonderful for me. I wake up with more energy. I have more energy in the gym. I'm recovering better from my workouts. And by the way, if you have some other symptoms that I'm not mentioning, you're having some troubles in the bedroom, the Man Zone, the testosterone replacement therapy, that can help you too. Do not be ashamed. Go in there, get your T levels checked. If you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, you should be doing this every single year anyways. It's themanzone.com. And if you sign up today with themanzone.com, you'll save $50 off your first testosterone treatment. Again, that's themanzone.com.
I'm glad I have this moment that I can promote the talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app. You'll notice while you're listening on the free iHeartRadio app, little microphone.
Oh, yeah.
Use that. Tap that. Tap that. Tap that microphone. It's the talkback feature. I command you, just like I command my Google or Alexa device, to play San Diego Sports 760 on the free iHeartRadio app. Now, if you want, we want to hear from you. We got a little answer machine set up. It's the talkback mic, the talkback feature. Tap that, send us a message, and then we'll use it on the radio.
Oh.
That's the slug line for the talkback.
Laps.
The free iHeartRadio app talkback feature. Oh.
On San Diego Sports 760.
Have it your way.
Big Rich, TD, and Fletch wrapping up another, I would say, arguably top 3 broadcast all time.
Yeah, easily. We fit in a 7-Eleven run.
Yeah, actually, in the middle of the show, TD got up and he got us energy drinks. We now, all 3 of us, have 3 energy drinks sitting in front of us.
Got to make it till 7 p.m.
Yeah, this is going to be a long day. Also, in your travels, you picked up some 7-Eleven Go-Go taquitos.
That's right. I got a couple different ones here. One of them is pepperoni pizza, and the other one is cream cheese.
Here, you take
Okay.
I know they're not supposed to sound good, but they sound so good.
Do you want one?
No, enjoy your 80-20 lifestyle.
What?
I'm 100% right now, bro.
Okay. Oh, this one pepperoni pizza.
I got the cream cheese jalapeno. Dude,
This is
phenomenal.
delicious.
I'm excited.
Hold on. This tastes like 6th grade cafeteria.
Yeah. Oh
my God.
The pepperoni
Yeah.
pizza?
Oh my God, it's so good.
Wait till you try the jalapeno cheddar cheese one. Hang on, check this out. Okay. Pepperoni pizza?
Yeah.
You know what that tastes like? Okay.
Hot pocket.
You're right there. You're so close. What that tastes like is you come home from school, right? Parents aren't home from work.
Right.
Dad's working, mom's working.
Right.
The key's under the mat. You lift up the mat in haste because you know it's Tuesday, which means that you have a full freezer stocked. You unlock the door, put the key back under the mat. You run to the freezer, you pop it open, Totino's pizza rolls.
Oh my gosh.
You dump out the entire bag because your sister's not home from school yet.
Yeah.
She's hanging with friends. And you know, if she walks through the door and there are pizza rolls, She's going to want some.
Right.
You want the whole box to yourself.
Right.
So you pour the bag onto a microwave safe plate. You pop it in 2 minutes later.
Of course,
I mean,
for
now,
safety.
don't get me wrong. Those are going to be rocket hot.
It's fine.
Molten lava core.
You bite in, and then you do the open mouth. Yeah. And then you sip.
Oh, is it an ice cold Coca-Cola?
Yeah, you got to cool them off.
Oh my God.
You got to cool them off.
Oh my God. I am fully engorged.
Welcome to the man zone. The adult man zone.
Dude, I shout that every single time.
Do you?
Yeah. And he's like, do we need product placement? I'm like, trust me.
I've never had a friend who had like a Coke problem, but I imagine if I did, this would be the feeling they would get if like they got clean, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody in front of them starts doing Coke, and they're like, "Oh man, I really want it."
Are you saying like we're doing Coke over
I'm
here
saying
while you are trying to kick your Coke habit?
I'm saying I'm starving right now, and
You
you guys
don't
are.
understand how many go-go taquitos I was eating a day before I linked up with SGFatLoss.com.
No, I've never had one of those before, but they look awesome.
No, they
Well, and 7-Eleven, I've said this many times, does not miss.
No, they don't. They don't. Yeah, go ahead. Bottom of the barrel. Bottom of the barrel right now.
Camila Cabello?
Camila Cabello.
Yeah. She had a wardrobe malfunction at the Met Gala after party.
What happened?
Her dress ripped, exposing her underwear underneath.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just kind of like boy shorts.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what I'm looking at.
That's what you're looking at.
Oh, you know what those are?
What?
Skims.
They're Skims.
They're Skims. Dude,
Wow.
they're shapewear. So I don't know if they're Kim Kardashians, but it's for sure. So this is becoming, dude.
Aren't those molded after Kim's butt?
So okay,
the bottom Skims,
the ladies,
the underwear.
The ladies in our listening audience know exactly what I'm talking about. There are certain women who, when they put on a dress now, they put on a wrestling singlet.
Oh
underneath.
yeah.
Like I mean, at first it looks like they're in an evening gown, and then as they start to get undressed, it looks like you're about to wrestle a Russian in the freestyle championships. It's kind of awesome.
Yeah, I agree. Although Camila Cabello, I don't think you need the Skims.
No. The shape is there.
You're right.
Thank you to Kevin AC. Check it out on the free iHeartRadio app. If you missed it, Kev was great this morning. We talked about condoms. We talked about Padres. We talked about chewing gum. We hit everything with Kev.
Yeah.
Really did. Thank you, Rich.
Hot
Thank
dogs.
you, CD. Winner, Tony. Thank you for
Churros.
listening, jumping on the show. Broadhead Steve or whatever.
Broadhead Drywall.
Broadhead
Easy
Drywall.
cut.
Thank you for being here as well, making me and Rich take our shirts off. Didn't have to try that hard.
Well,
Roadies, dogs, hangers, bangers.
We did it again.
tomorrow's not Friday.
The herd is next.